brand new banger.
I'm like, yo, man, this is bullshit, and blah, blah, blah. He's like, hey, man, maybe it's meant for a reason.
I always thought of it like that, bro.
Yeah.
You really fucked up.
Mm-hmm. I can't get rid of this thing.
Life was easy. Fuck out my face.
Yeah, what it was. I expect you to do the bare minimum, because then what's the point?
True. To
Yeah.
do that, I went and got one from the aisle, you dumb fuck.
And shut the fuck up and lay low.
You're female, like you could work your charms in certain situations that I wouldn't be able to. You know how much free shit you gotten? Shit. Once said word to mama, shit. Oh, got him. We understand it's gonna bother you. Some of us went through it. Some of us are gonna go through it.
Yeah.
Well, we wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to go that deep with you. You don't really know what you want to share with my heart.
No, Lecoq. Send hook, send cock.
I do not agree with these guys. Word.
Get the fuck out of here and do something important.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. We don't want you here, asshole.
Get the fuck out of here. Don't you come back.
I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, if it's right. And I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! Right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm bar, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's fucking Friday night. You know what that means? The Toe in the Show with Ray. What's going on, everybody? It's WrestleMania weekend. It's going to be a busy weekend for me. It's going to be a busy weekend for you. There's a lot of shit going on, but we out here. We getting it done. We doing the Toe in the Show tonight. Ray's late. Show is, your guess is as good as mine. But I'm here. We're going to be talking about some serious shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Since I'm here alone, I'm here by myself. I ain't got no constraints on me. Ray ain't here to try to speak uncancellation to me. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to speak for me on some uncancellation shit. So I'm here to talk to y'all. I'm here to tell y'all the truth. I'm here to let y'all know the deal. Nah, but for real, I'm gonna get some off my chest. And it's some serious shit for me. I don't know when did this happen, and I don't know when this became acceptable, but people do not do their jobs anymore. And they just fall back on you gotta go speak to someone else. You got to do this. And it's almost like we're in a lose-lose situation. Like, people want to talk about a marriage is a contract, a lose-lose situation. No, everything you go into is a lose-lose situation. Like, people nowadays do not give a shit about their job, and they don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about you being a customer. They obviously don't give a shit about doing right by you. All they want is your money. And I know people are like, oh, it's been like that. But yeah, but the thing is, That's how you separated yourself as a business. Was when you did right by your customer. Not that you went on social media and you said you did right by people. Is that now that's the cool shit? Everybody got a video camera. Everybody wants to fucking take a picture and have a post of how they did right by people, but by actually doing right by people. Nowadays, everybody's like, well, too fucking bad, right? Now, if you follow me on social media, you'll hear that I went at CarMax. You know, I tweeted at them. Now, here's the issue. What's going on, Sammy? How you doing? Right? I spoke to someone because I sold them my car. And apparently the check that was supposed to be sent to the finance company either didn't go through, it didn't get delivered, or somebody didn't process it, or they didn't send it. Something happened. And now I'm getting an email saying I owe the monthly payment for that car. And I'm sitting here, so I contact them, and first off, CarMax Finance goes, you got to speak to the CarMax dealership that you sold the car to. I go, all right. Apparently, y'all don't work together. So they go strike one. The finance people cannot help me out when it comes to finance because I use them to finance the car. So then I call the dealership. Oh, no, we sent it out. It's going to take 15 days. Now, I sold my car March 9th. Now, March 9th was the Saturday. Let's say they send it out on the 11th, which is a Monday. 15 days. 5, 10, 15. March 29th. That's when the check should have been there. 15 days. Right? I call up the 2nd of April. Oh, no, we sent it out the 19th. It should be there the 10th. But the payment is due the 7th. So pay the payment, and then they'll reimburse you because you overpaid. But if you don't pay the payment, your credit could get fucked up from this. So I'm sitting there going, wait a minute. You're telling me that I was able to fly down to Florida, buy a car, drive it back to New York, get it fully insured, get it registered, and get it customized so I can have a front plate on it before you sent out a check, before you printed out a check and mailed it to someone. It took you, if we include Saturdays, $10 days to send out a check. But then I'm going to be the one that's suffering from the credit hit or whatever because I missed the payment on a car I don't own anymore. Now, I go to Twitter and I basically tell CarMax, you stole my car from me. Because if I'm still paying for it and I still own it, but you have possession of it, you stole the car. Right? Yeah, that's the only logic I could think of. So they come into my DMs and they ask for my information and they said, we're going to rectify the information. They said that they sent out the check the 13th, 15 days. So if March 29th was 15 days, we add 2 more days to that. The 2nd or the 3rd should have been the day that they got the check. Should have been off my account. They still cannot get in contact with finance to see if the check cleared. They also advised me to pay the monthly bill so that way my credit don't get up. And I said, no, this is not acceptable. Why am I going to be punished and scrutinized when you guys didn't do your job? And I understand completely how nobody wants to take responsibility for doing their job. But I don't understand how I still have to pay for this fucking car and I'm going to get hit with fucking a credit hit or whatever. Now, if it's as simple as making the payment and getting your money back, well, CarMax, you have my information on the shit. Why don't you make the fucking payment and you get your money back? because that check should have been fucking cleared. That check should have been fucking delivered. I got a brand new fucking car. You took my money real quick. I ain't never seen my money leave from my account so fast after they swiped it for the down payment. That's fucking funny. You know what I'm saying? You take people's money real fucking fast, but when it comes to paying shit off, you still gonna fuck me over with this? And then you want to say that I'm a valued customer? Why? Because you think you could just fuck people over? You think that you could just steal people's cars and not have to fucking do your job? I don't understand that shit. Yeah, this is how CarMax, and I will be making a video of this. This is how CarMax wants to fucking do their job. This is how they want to act. No one gets to do their job and the customer gets all the repercussions. Fine, beautiful. I'm no longer doing business with y'all. You can kiss my ass. When it's time to fucking refinance this shit, I go to another fucking bank. Fuck you. You're not doing right by me. You're not doing right by the customer. You're not doing right by the job. If these people don't know how to do their job, they need to get fired. We're human beings. You're running a business. If they can't do the job, they got to go. They got to go. Go do something else. This ain't meant for you. I am not going to be the sacrificial lamb for somebody's fuck up, especially when you're not going to rectify the situation. You know what I'm saying? Because in reality, when you fuck up like that and you want to do right by somebody, you step up and you start making suggestions. You don't say, well, fuck you. Because that's all they're doing, saying fuck you in the politest way possible. And don't think that it's just CarMax, because now we're going to get to Mercedes. I spent an additional $700 on the navigation system that's supposed to be coming through the air onto my MBUX system. And it also has other features and all that other shit because I wanted it. And I bought that. I want to say March 18th. Yeah, I bought it March 18th. And it never came onto my car. So I called them on the Friday. And they said, wait 48 hours. So I said, okay, I'll wait 48 hours. So instead of for 48 hours, I waited a week. Never got anything on my car. So I called them up March 22nd. No, I'm sorry. I bought it the 11th. I called them up March 22nd, almost 11 days after that. And then they go, oh, we're going to bring it up to the higher ups, to the tech department. We're going to figure out what's going on with this. Why isn't it working? And then someone's going to call you and tell you what's going on. So then I go, all right. I wait the 5 days. Tuesday, March 30th. I call them back up. I never got this call that I was supposed to get to figure out why I never got the navigation system. Oh, it doesn't show in my records that you were supposed to get a call. What's going on? I told them the situation. This person goes, well, I'm going to see if I can help you now. We're going to do some troubleshooting shit. So I give her all the information she needs. She calls her supervisor. The supervisor goes, for some reason, your car doesn't take the on-air download update or whatever it is. So you got to go to a dealership. All right. Cool. 3 weeks go by, and I have to call you up to find this shit out. Cool. I call up the dealer. Do you guys charge for this? Yes. How much do you charge? We charge $250 an hour. Okay. This shouldn't take an hour to fucking do. How much does this charge? I don't know. You know this is a service you have and you don't know how much this charge. I'm pretty sure people go in there to get the update their maps and all the other shit frequently. You don't know nothing. So now I'm going in blind to get my maps updated. Also, I went in there for a recall. The recall was a brake indicator that I could check my brakes to see if they're low or not. Apparently, their shit was fucked up. They were supposed to order it for me the last time I went, which was 2 weeks ago, which was actually more than 2 weeks ago. Hold on. Let me see, because I went there on, no, it was 2 weeks ago to this day. You know, so, These shits never work. I'm about to buy another.
To this day.
There you go. And no one contacted me that it was delivered. When I was on the phone with this person, she goes, "Oh, do you know that there's a recall on your car? Would you like to take that taken care of also?" I said, "Well, they were supposed to be taken care of 2 weeks ago when I came in there to do the work on it." Oh, okay. So I make an appointment to get my maps updated. They adjusted and said, "Oh, now we're gonna give you the book." And I'm like, "Yo, when were you gonna tell me that you had the book? When were you gonna tell me that you had this shit for me?" Like, I don't understand. This car is relatively expensive for someone in my position, but the name Mercedes should be a higher standard. Now, I'm telling you this story because I don't know when the fuck it was cool for you not to do your job. If you're not gonna do your job, what the fuck are you there for? You know what I'm saying? Like, I never grasped that shit. And then people are like, "Oh, it's dangerous out here," and people are punching people for no reason, and people are shooting people, and all this stuff is happening, and all that other stuff. Well, I wonder the fuck why. Because as a sane person, I look at this shit and I go, that don't seem wrong to, like, I'm not surprised this shit is happening because somebody needs to get their ass whooped. Someone needs to get. We're in a state that everyone needs to get hurt and everyone needs to get, like, fucking the life flashed in front of their eyes. Because this whole shit about they didn't treat us right after COVID or this and that and this, that's not an excuse to not do your job. If you don't want to be there, go. Leave. Fuck off. And people who are running the fucking place, you know something? It's not acceptable to me no more. And every time I get this fucking survey or I get this question, I don't give a shit if it was immaculate service. I'm going to just give them all zeros. I'm giving everyone zeros from now on. Fuck that. I get an email from Carmack. How was your shit? 0. I'm gonna say 0. All of it. It's no longer acceptable. And until the shit fucking changes, I'm done. Because this isn't a test. You're not studying for the test and answering the question for this. This is supposed to be a service to me, provided to me. This is my motherfucking life here. Don't fuck with it. Don't fuck with it. You want to fuck with someone else's life? Beautiful. You want to fuck around and give a piss poor shit? Do it to someone else. Beautiful. Don't do that shit to me. No one should accept that shit. Bare minimum, my ass. I don't give a fuck. You chose to do it. Just the same way I chose to do my fucking job. It's not acceptable. I don't give a shit. Services, it's fucking, yeah, it's pure ass. No one's taking responsibility for shit. Everyone, "Oh, don't go the extra mile because they make you do work." Well, you know something? Fire the fucking bosses too. Fire every fucking body. You just see, this is the problem when you just let anybody fucking come and do shit. You just let anybody come up here and do shit. Nobody's being held up to a standard. No one's being held up to a fucking standard. Because I'm pretty sure no matter where I fucking go, I'm going to get the same fucking service. I'm going to get the same, "Oh, I have a survey and I need you to put it down 5s because if I don't, then I'm going to get in trouble." And guess what? I did you the favor. Where the fuck is my favor? Fuck me? Fuck me? What is this? Yo, here goes some more stupid shit. We're in Wendy's. And we're in the Wendy's by you. And the way that Wendy's works is you have a kiosk station and a line. So I go to the kiosk station where you put your order in on the kiosk and you wait by the window for the kiosk for them to call your name to give you your food. So I'm there. I paid my money and I'm waiting. And I'm hearing someone screaming. So hearing someone scream some names. And no one's moving. And I'm like, where the fuck is my food at? The TV ain't working. Where the fuck is my food? There's a guy closing a bag by the line that I'm supposed to be waiting for. He's closing the bag, putting a sticker on. I was like, all right, there's got to be some Uber shit. And he puts it to the side. He's just standing there looking at us. Then I hear my name. I go, she calling? I go over there. And she's like, check your receipt. And I'm like, why the fuck do you have my food? I paid in the kiosk. And while I'm saying this, she wants to cut me off. I said, no. Do your fucking job. And why the fuck is he standing there not saying shit? He hears you calling my fucking name. And he don't say that, yo, dude, I think they're calling your name. I think that your food is over there. Like, I'm supposed to know that I have to go to a completely different fucking line to get the fucking food that I was waiting in this line for, the right fucking line for. And you couldn't walk 15 feet and like, yo, excuse me, I think this is one of yours. But no, you're bitching about, yeah, how come no one's listening to me? Bitch, you did the wrong shit. But I'm the asshole because I just fucking told you to do your fucking job. You're seriously going to put the effort in to scream someone's name for about 2-3 minutes instead of for going, oh, this is for the people from the kiosk. Yo, this is yours. This is for such and such. All right, cool. Thank you. But now I have to play superhero. I gotta be fucking superhero. And listen, supersonic hearing to hear your bitch ass call my name from around the hallway in a deep ass line for me to go through everywhere to get my fucking food. And I'm the asshole. And then you want to talk about service. And then you want to wonder why people are walking around here fucking each other up. Well, I wonder why. Ain't no fucking hope in this planet. Y'all over here talking about the fucking president and all this other bullshit and shit that happens overseas and this fucking earthquake. That don't concern me at all. I don't give a fuck at all about any of that. What I give a shit about is if I give you money, you give me service and you give me the right fucking service. Because I swear to God, it's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna happen. Someone is gonna put their hands on people, and then all you're gonna hear, they were the best person in the world. They were so polite, and they were so this and so that, and blah, blah, blah. You know, unless it's a straight bullet, there's a reason why somebody fucking attacked you. There's a reason. And I'm not sorry to tell you this because I'm not a realist. I'm just telling you the fucking truth. Pull the wolves from your fucking eyes. Everyone got it hard. Everyone got issues. Everyone wants what they pay for. And you have a job to do. Do your fucking job. Do your fucking job. Because the same way that you're fucking these people over because you're too fucking lazy to go somewhere else or to look up some shit or to send out a fucking check is the same way that somebody be too lazy to fucking help you out. Because the world goes both ways, and I wish I can like follow these. Like I'm starting to think if I could get mutant ability, it'd be to follow all these fucking people that don't do their job, and see them experience someone not do their job, and when they bitch, hurt them. The laws ain't doing shit for this because technically I can't do nothing. This is where I'm being raped, right? This is where I'm being taken advantage of because I can't do nothing because, oh, it was just late and blah, 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 and I'm technically supposed to be responsible. No. I need to be able to do something to you now. And if I'm asked what should I be able to do, I'm going to go to the extreme. Why? Because you took me there. I've waited and been patient for as long as I could, and you pissed me off now. Now the answer to the question of what do you want is at the extreme because I am no longer satisfied with anything you have to say. So now when you're crying because someone got hurt or someone did something there or someone did this and they started problems, figure out who did that motherfucker wrong. Figure out what Wendy's bitch made that motherfucker wait an extra 5 minutes because she couldn't walk 5 feet. Figure out what motherfucker is now stressed out because he has to pay for some shit that he don't own no more because somebody didn't want to send out a fucking check until a month later. Figure out how somebody paid a lot of fucking money for a service he ain't got and no one wants to fucking help him with it. They keep telling him to wait. Waiting's over. The wait is over. I swear to God, if I can run for president, I would fuck international affairs, fuck healthcare, fuck all that shit. We're doing jobs now. I don't need to know what you do. I just need to know if you do it or not. Because if you don't, gone. No unemployment neither. Fuck it. Gone. Let's see how well the service is done. Let's see how well the fucking service is done. And I ain't forget about that motherfucker who I gave a tip to and then he wanted more. Sorry. That's my discretion what to give you. You don't tell me what to give you. Because if the tip was fucking mandatory, you would have added it to the fucking bill and you'd have took it from the extra shit. Because if I was supposed to give you $100 for gratuity, for me going, oh, I liked what you did, here goes some extra shit just for you, then the bill should have been $100 extra. But when I get to go around and like, oh, this, yo, good shit, this is what I can afford to give you, and now you're gonna bitch to me. He shouldn't have no more legs. They should not have no more legs. And I'm not saying chop his legs off, I'm saying break them. 6 months wheelchair. That don't sound like a bad idea to me. How fucking dare you? How dare you fucking people right now feel so entitled to do nothing? You do nothing and you want everyone else to pay for it. You do jack shit and you want other people to cover for you. And then the people that do shit have to do more shit because you don't do nothing. And then they turn into someone who don't do shit. And then now someone else has to do all this shit. And it's a miserable fucking thing. You're responsible for your happiness. You're also responsible for your responsibilities. Handle your responsibilities. If you have a job, you're old enough to handle your responsibilities. There is no longer an excuse for you. Babies have more responsibility than some of these fucking people out here right now. And everyone just does the same shit. It's easy to go, oh no, go talk to them. Oh no, go talk to them. Oh no, go talk to them. But all you had to do was go, give me a second. Yo, what's the deal with this guy's car? Oh, blah, 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 blah. How can we help this thing out? Because he can't afford to pay 2 cars off. Fuck him. What? Because that's what it is. That's the answer that every company is going to give you. And I'm sorry, not every company, every employee of the company. Because I guarantee you the owners of the company is going to sit there. No, we like to make people satisfied, and they're going to lie their ass off. But the truth is, you train these motherfuckers to say fuck them. Every single one of these companies. It doesn't matter if you paid $10,000 for your car or $100,000 for your car. At the end of the day, the answer to your question is fuck you. It doesn't matter if you paid $15 for your meal or $550 for your meal. At the end of the day, it's fuck you. What kind of shit are we living in? What kind of world are we fucking living in? There used to be a time when you went places and you made fucking friends with these people that provided a service for you, and you went back because you trusted them. There was a car dealer when I was younger that my mom bought a car from, and I'll never forget the name. This dude's name was Corey. He sold my mother a car. He didn't bullshit her because she didn't bullshit him. And this is what happened. And every time she went back to that same dealership, she asked for him and asked for no one else. And when he wasn't there no longer, she wasn't there no longer. We went to Sizzlers. Every time we went to Sizzlers, we asked for the one waiter. Why? Because that motherfucker knew how to do his job. Because he was nice. He fucking spoke to us. We had conversations. She saw pictures of his kids and she would tell him what we did and all this other stuff. And it's something cool. We go to a diner and we get into fucking a cordial friendship with the waitress that was there. And they stop by and they speak to us and blah, blah, blah. And it's comfortable. It's like, yo, do you guys have this? Hold on, let me go check. And they put that extra mile in. And when they turn around and go, sorry, we don't have that. That's not a fuck you. But that person, no, we don't have shit. Fuck you. But why do they have something and they just got it? Why do they have the thing I asked for 15 minutes ago, but you didn't have it when I had it, when I asked for it? Fuck you, right? That's what we're living in now? That's the world we're living in now? You go to a fucking bodega, some of them still, they you know, they're cool people, the younger ones. Then you go to some bodega and some do this. Don't say a fucking word. Don't say a fucking word. Here goes $3 for your soda. Which I don't know how the fuck that happened. But what happened to customer service? And I'm talking, what happened to customer service? What happened to that? You want to be fucking miserable and blame everyone else and everything. Oh, the refugees and this and that and that. Remember when we was growing up, it was the immigrants, and all of a sudden it's the refugees, and they're doing that for them, and they're doing this for them, and they do this for them. You know why? Because you fucking everybody over anyway. The same shit that you're perceiving that the government's doing to you, you're doing to other people. So fuck you. Good. Maybe you don't deserve it as good as these motherfuckers. Huh? We gonna have that conversation or no? Who's gonna cry now? Who's gonna come in and cry? Oh no, but you don't understand. Yeah, because I don't have a life either. I'm not living in the same fucking place you are. Huh? Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous, bro. It's not acceptable. This is not acceptable to me anymore. And I'm too old for this shit. And the people are too young for this shit. They're too young to be on that fuck you stage. You don't know what it's like to pay fucking dues. I don't give a shit what anybody fucking says. You don't know what it's fucking like. You don't know what it's like. There's people out here got 4 or 5 fucking jobs and they're not doing shit. Trust me. Trust me. I hear you. I hear all these young people. Oh, I do this and I do that and I do this and I do this and I do that. No. No. I went to school full time and I went to work full time. And I didn't have enough money to go to any one of them. When you start having a 40-hour week of work and a 40-hour week of school and negative 500 every paycheck, then you can get to that fuck you stage. And even I didn't get to that fuck you stage. Why? Because I take pride in my shit. Well, one of them had to end. You had to go do something better for yourself. I washed windows. I didn't accept the way that I was treated with there, but every window I washed was clean. Every person I serviced was happy. I was polite to them. But the people that I was mad at, they're the ones that got it. It's because it's not the customer's fault that you're mad. So you need to stop with this shit. Everyone's stressed. Everyone's stupid. Everyone's going through some shit. Fuck that. But tonight when Ray comes back, we're going to be talking about a plethora of things, which I completely forgot what we were going to talk about because this shit just fucking consumed me. I was quiet until we got here, but it's just really pissing me off. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not hard. It's not hard to fucking do something for people that are like, yo, your job, do your job. That's all I'm at. Do your job. And if you fuck up at your job, someone needs to make something right. Someone needs to take responsibility for it. I should not have to take responsibility for your fuck up. My job was done when I purchased what I purchased. My job was done when I sold what I sold. I didn't have any responsibilities after giving you the money or the product. Y'all have to handle the afterwards. I don't work for y'all. I should not be doing this shit. I had all my responsibilities handled when I purchased the car. When I gave you money and the car came to me, and now it was my responsibility to get it registered and insured and all the other shit that was handled within days because I had to wait for shit. All you people had to do was write a check to yourself. Write a check to yourself. And you couldn't do that. Wow. And now I have to pay for it. That makes sense. I don't think so. I don't think so. There's no more looking at both sides, trying to understand where everyone's coming from. Nah. We should never started doing that shit. When we started doing that shit, we started making excuses for people. We started making a lot of excuses for people. And once you start making excuses for people, the excuses never end. And they live off those excuses, and no one has responsibility anymore. There's only two ways to do things, the wrong way and the right way. And when you do the wrong way, you need to go. You need to go. Because the old saying, if you do right by somebody, they tell 2 or 3 of their friends. If you do wrong by somebody, they'll tell everybody that's willing to listen. And look at me now. Look at me now. It's not that fucking hard of an equation. It's right and wrong. It's the only thing we should accept. There's no excuse. You're not a baby. No matter how much trauma you grew up with, you're not a baby. Suck it up, buttercup. This is you people. You want to talk about fucking what is this shit called? Toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity was what got people to do right by other people. Because there was no, oh, you little sissy. There was no crying on each other's shoulder because you stubbed your toe. When you have problems, you leave that shit at home and you get in here and you start working. Why? Because you made an agreement to do that. And now if you're getting fuck that. I'm not gonna give you advice for being underpaid. Fuck you. You made the choice to do what you're doing. And if you don't like it, to stop. Then find someone else to do. There's no more sensitivity training here, bro. No more sensitivity training. This is bullshit. Like I said, I'm not making excuses for y'all no more. You bag the food and you call the names. Make sure that you fucking know where the person is before you start yelling in another fucking area. You write the check and send out the money. Make sure you do that shit in a timely fucking manner. You're supposed to be customer service. Figure out a way to service your customers. Fuck you is not an answer. I didn't have that choice when I was doing what I was doing. Fucking bitch. I don't want to hear none of this fucking bullshit of toxic masculinity and this is why people are scarred and all. Nah. The reason why people are so fucked up now is because you got an excuse for it. No one forced you to fix your shit. No one's forcing you to fix your shit. Back in the day, if you were sad, people forced you to fix your shit. You swung out, you struck out by swinging in a baseball game when you was in Little League, and you threw a temper tantrum, people tell you to calm the fuck down. Don't throw no hissy fit here. You struck out. Deal with it. Next time, don't strike out. But y'all people now, when they strike out, go ahead and cry. You can cry on my shoulder. I'm going to cry with you. It was the pitcher's fault, that motherfucker. We should redo it until he hits the ball. Fuck you. Fuck you. You choked when you when you didn't fucking when you was about to win. You choked. You was labeled a choke. No one to play with you. No one to play with you. You wasn't the greatest player in the world when you choking. Nah, you was the greatest player in the world when we came back and you showed that fucking heart. Heart beat talent. Now talent runs the world and has no fucking heart, and no one wants to display heart anymore. Fuck y'all. Fuck all of y'all. Shit, I said it yesterday. You ain't gotta be different than other people. Just be you. And if you're gonna do something, do it with fucking pride. And pride isn't arrogance. Pride isn't self-bravado. Pride isn't fucking false identification of what you are. Pride is the best you can do at the time you can do it. The best you can do at the time you can do it. If you're half-assing your shit, you don't belong there. Go somewhere else. If you agreed to flip burgers, well then flip them fucking burgers and make sure all of them is the best you can do. My mother used to tell me that shit. I don't care what you are as long as you're the best at it. I could have been a bum on the street, and she told me if I was the best bum on the street, she'd be happy for me. No one even wants to be where they're at. You don't have to be there. You don't have to be there. I don't see guns to people's fucking heads forcing you to flip burgers, forcing you to send out checks, forcing you to take care of customers. I don't see none of that. I don't see a fucking agreement that I sign when I walk into a place that says, if the person before you pissed me off, I'm going to take it out on you. I don't see that. I don't see a place we may have problems that come from home, so deal with it. No. No. There's so many issues that every single one of us go through, and we still fucking handle our business. And they're the ones that have to suffer because y'all little motherfuckers, y'all little bitch ass niggas fucking come out here. Oh, I don't feel like doing this because I'm sad. Or because, you know what? I woke up at the wrong side of the bed, so I'm not going to do this and this and this and the fuck you. I bet you if they fired you, those tears will become real. Then you say, oh, I need this. Yeah, then you'll start putting an effort in. I bet you if they fucking try to fire you. Right? Yeah. When the responsibility is on you, you don't know how to handle it. But this is supposed to be the best generation? Come on, man. Come on, man. With this bullshit. You think I give a shit what happened to all these other fucking people? You're treating everyone else like shit. And you're so busy about these celebrities and all the shit they went through. But you can't even fucking do your job right. And I don't give a fuck about your personal life. I don't give a shit if it's in order or not. I don't give a shit if your kids are wild or not. You can't do your job. Or you won't do your job. Which means you can't do your job. Which means you need to go. Because I don't want to suffer the brunt of this shit no more. I don't want to be sitting here having to be patient for you to deal with some shit that should have taken you 5 minutes and now I'm sitting here for 20 minutes. I don't want to have to fucking deal with that. Because then I'm the asshole when I blow up because you motherfuckers don't understand that it was already a problem for me to walk in here. It was already an issue for me to walk in here and ask you for service. And then you take advantage of that. But you got my money. You make sure that I pay before you do anything. Before you start touching anything, I have to pay you. And then you take your sweet ass fucking time. But I have to be patient. I have to be vigilant. I have to be understanding. What did I pay you for? You see, I bet you any money if there was a give me my money back button, Y'all motherfuckers wouldn't be acting the way you act. Half of y'all wouldn't be working where you working. If there was a legitimate give me my money back, I go to a store, I go to a service, I pay for it, and there was a thing at any point, give me my money back. Whoop. Why? Because this and this and this happened. I bet you any money people will reach out. Oh no, this let me try to make it work for you. We need your money. Yeah. You don't give a fuck about me. You give a fuck about my money. And it's crazy because y'all motherfuckers don't get it. Y'all motherfuckers out there don't get my money. That goes to the business. And they pay you cents on the dollar of what I make. But you so concerned about not looking bad that you can't even do your job. You know, if you did your fucking job with pride, you wouldn't have to worry about looking bad. Because you don't do your fucking job, now you worrying about looking bad. You worried about making a company money that's already made billions of dollars and you don't get none of it. Come on. Be more concerned with doing your job at the best of your ability. You might even make a raise. You might even get more money. I don't get it. I don't get it. You're so concerned with everything else but yourself. Be concerned with yourself. Be concerned with your job. Be concerned with what you got to do. And your shit won't be miserable no more. Your job won't be so fucking miserable. Your life won't be so fucking miserable. You're miserable because you're bitching about other people that have no concern of you. Because you think you're better than them. Or you think that they don't deserve what they got. Worry about yourself. Worry about yourself. If you can't do the job, get out. If you're not willing to put in the work to be able to do the job, get out. We're not asking for mountains to be moved. For fucking evolution to happen. I'm not asking for Transformers to pop out my shit. I'm not asking for a fucking 27-ounce T-bone steak at Wendy's. I'm asking for what I paid for. And now all of a sudden, that's too much to ask for. Really. You got your priorities fucked up. All of you. And that's not acceptable no more. It shouldn't be acceptable no more. And fuck y'all. Fuck all of y'all. From the bottom of my heart. Bitch. I had to get that shit off my chest. I had to get it off my chest because we're living in a world where that's happening. And we grew up, some of y'all should have been taught respect. Some of y'all should have been taught pride. Some of y'all should have been taught fucking self-respect. Some of y'all should have been taught that you have to pay your dues. You don't wake up one morning and all of a sudden you're a fucking millionaire at the top of the game. Yeah, there's people that are above you at a job that tell you what to do. And sometimes you got to do shit you don't want to do. It's called fucking paying your dues. You have to eat shit sometimes. You don't want to eat shit? Then get a promotion. Make other people better. That was supposed to be the progression. That was supposed to be the progression of shit. If you had a shitty ass manager and everybody's life was miserable and it was your turn to become a manager, you don't make everybody's life miserable. You try to make shit better. You try to get the best out of your employees. As an employee, you try to get the best out of yourself. I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to give a fuck. It's not a lot to ask for. But goddamn it, is it too much for people to be asked? But everybody wants to go to the gym. Everybody wants to eat healthy. Everybody wants to do the shit that someone else told them to do. But no one wants to have self-respect. No one wants to have pride in what they do. And no one wants to take responsibility for what they do. You just want to sit here and listen to someone else talk and live your life based off of them. You're too fucking lazy. You're too fucking mentally weak to be your own fucking person. You're out here listening to people talk about women. You're out here listening to people talking about quick money from a business. You're out here talking about fucking, I pay $5,000 for a fucking class online for them to teach me how to be an entrepreneur and this, that, and the third, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm trying to make it here, and I'm better than everybody, and this and that, and all I need is views, and I'm gonna pay for my views, and I'm pay for my followers, and look, now that I got my views and followers because I pay for it, I'm better than y'all, and I got higher standards and all that other shit, but you don't do your fucking job. You don't have no fucking pride in yourself. You still sit here, all the press and all that shit, because you took the fucking easy way out. You had no competition. You had no wall to climb over. No barrier to climb under. There was no opposition for your life. You found the easy way out because you let someone else live your life for you and you're miserable. There is something to accomplishing shit on your own, to going through the fire and accomplishing shit, getting shit done, earning shit. There is something to that. When you don't earn the shit that you got, you just cheated, you unfulfilled. And you ain't gonna be as good as you want. You can't be the best because you ain't never, ever had opposition. You never had an opposing force pushing you, testing your will. You a bitch. You a bitch. And yeah, that goes for the people that are on Wendy's. That goes for the people that are in CarMax. That goes for the people in Mercedes. That goes for everyone that don't want to do their job. Every single person that doesn't know what it's like to appreciate hard work and allow that to teach you to overcome obstacles so that way you can grow. Y'all out here looking for the fucking cheat code. And everyone says that there's no substitute for hard work. But everyone makes their money off of that cheat code. You the sucker motherfucker that's paying for that cheat code when all it is hard work and luck. Because even on this shit, even on the social medias, it takes some fucking luck. Because that algorithm don't work. That algorithm don't work for shit. Because you could sit here and make the best video of your life. You could title it the best title of his life. And 4 people see it. And then I'm supposed to tell those 4 people to like and subscribe. And they like and subscribe. And they don't push nothing. Because you got to pay to have these videos watched by hundreds of thousands of people. Until you get to a point where you actually have fucking, out of the 40 million subscribers you got, you actually had maybe 300,000 people watch your videos. And then you're stuck in all your videos are 300,000 views, but you got 80 million subscribers. You tell all of them like and subscribe because it's going to push the algorithm and more people could see me, and you still have the same number because they push who they want. It's luck and skill sometimes, but you got to pay the fucking dues. You ain't going to wake up tomorrow and be fucking famous all of a sudden. And if you are, or for one thing, guess what, honey cup? You got to put in the work and get another one out there. But no, doing social media is harder than a 9-to-5 job. Yeah. Okay. Been working since I was 16. You was taking videos when you was 16. And they always said it, my generation, the generation before me, if we had these weapons, if we had these cameras in our phones, so much shit would happen and it wouldn't be forced. It would be organic because we was bored and we did shit. And all these videos would be out there and everybody would be famous and all that other shit. No. Once there's ever a possibility of random to make somebody famous, they nip that in the butt real quick. They nip it in the butt real quick. Your video went viral because someone chose it to. That's just the fact. Why do you think you can't contact anybody on any of these social services? As any of the social medias? Why you can't contact nobody? They contact you. Come on. They control what you ask them. They control what you put out. Come on. It's not a coincidence. But you motherfuckers are blind. You motherfuckers are stupid. You motherfuckers will let anything happen. You motherfuckers will suck dick to walk. And we seeing it. Just saying. Just saying. Get some pride in yourself. You wanna sit here and you don't know the first fucking thing about self-respect. But then you want to have fake friends. And you want to be all cool and do everything everybody else is doing. You know what happens when I see everybody doing the same shit? I get bored of it. And I move on. You on social media, you see everybody showing their ass, everybody doing the same dance, and everybody's going to the gym. And what happens? Now you gotta start changing your shit up because nobody likes it no more. You ever see these girls do OnlyFans and they start selling the same shit? They start selling the same pictures they sell on Instagram, and then people stop buying the shit. And now all of a sudden, now they naked, now they sucking dick, now they fucking sending you squirt videos and all that other shit. Yeah, they know the market. They know the deal. You out here doing the same shit everybody else is doing, bro. Your shit's whack, honey. Ain't nothing we ain't never seen before. You just got a bunch of motherfuckers out here trying to fuck, and that's all you got. Sorry. That's how life is. But it's okay though, because it's harder than 9 to 5. Yeah. You just copy everybody's shit. You ain't got no originality in your shit. You listen to what other people say and you copy them. You see what's out there now. People are taking videos of themselves walking. You think you're the first person to walk? There's babies out here that got videos of their first steps. Ooh, you innovated the game. Oh, look, he bench pressed 900 pounds. Yeah, so did this guy over here a couple years ago. Look, they're screaming at each other. Awesome. They're playing a game where if you laugh, you get smacked. Now everybody's laughing and getting smacked. I don't know about you, but it ain't gonna hit me. You ain't gonna hit me. That's not fun. We used to slap box. That turned into real fighting. It was never fun. You're not hitting me. You're not hitting me. Nope. Nope. Sorry. Try again. Try again. There's no pride. There's no power. There's no badass motherfuckers out there no more. Everybody wants to give you the perception of it. No one knows what the fuck they're doing. They got lucky, and now they want to sell it to you. They got lucky, and they're living the dream, and they want to sell it to you, and your bitch ass is buying it. And you're mad because you ain't getting what you ain't getting what they got, and you're taking it out on other people. And it's not acceptable. Because I'm going to tell you what your father should have told you. Suck it up, bitch. Yeah. You a bitch. And you're going to be a bitch until you start taking pride in yourself. You start handling your business. Start doing right by people. Besides, though, everybody got their favorites. Everybody got their, I'm such a fan of this one, and that one saved my life. How are you fucking 13 years old and somebody saved your life? And you can, this is what I understand. Someone's 13 years old, and you can afford to go to a fucking Taylor Swift concert in the front row, and you're going to say she saved your life. You got some issues, honey. Your parents raised you wrong. You need to step out into the world and see how it really is. Someone made excuses for you. That's the issue. Because you ain't never accepted responsibility for shit. And no one put that on you. No one made you take responsibility for your shit. Everyone's making excuses and running with the shit. That's why most of the time people are like, oh, we ain't going to therapy. Why? Because they're gonna blame my mother and make excuses for shit. That was the perception we got. Now everybody in therapy. You ain't never get over shit. You ain't never get over shit. We all live with pain. We all live with consequences. We all live in hurt. We're all going through the same struggles as everyone else. But your bitch ass. You're a child. You haven't reached the point where life hits you so hard that you over here talking about, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Your parents may have. You might have been there when your parents did. You ain't. And even if you did go there and you took that shit for granted, now you out here talking about the world owes you something. I don't owe you shit. So when I ask for a service, you better give that shit to me. It's not acceptable. You the half-ass shit. Not. I don't come up here and do this by myself until people come and just sit here quiet, telling everybody to wait until someone shows up so I can talk to them. No. I come up here ready to go. Everyone in my team comes up here ready to go. We have pride in this shit. We take pride in this shit. We don't half-ass you. You motherfuckers are willing. You celebrate mediocrity. And I come from a world where mediocrity is a sin. Mediocrity is losing. It's losing in life. You think anybody that I grew up with wanted to be normal? You think anybody that I grew up wanted to be fucking having a bullshit job, having a bullshit boss? Nah. But you made excuses for each other. Granted, not everybody can have the job of their dreams. But you can have some pride in your fucking job. And you can make your job your least priority. Because your job is just to give you money to live your life. But you out here making your job your life. And you taking it out on everybody else. Come on. Enough with the shit. No excuses. If you lose, and you come back for more. And if you win in grace, and you come back for more. There's no easy way. Some ways are not as hard as others, but you gotta learn that shit yourself. You ain't gonna buy the easy way. You still need to put in the work. Everyone says it. There is no substitute for hard work. Even when you buy the fucking easy way, still got to put in the hard work. And you ain't never been tested because your bitch ass is too afraid to try. Because you're too afraid of opposition. You're too afraid to hit that wall and feel resistance. You want it easy. You want it now. And you ain't got the muscle strain to handle this level of work. You don't. That's why you quit. That's why you don't know how to do your job. That's why you live in misery. That's why you live in regret. That's why you got so much depression. That's why you make excuses. Because you ain't never did something that made you try as hard as you can and you failed and you came back and you still tried and you failed and you came back and you still tried and god damn it, one day you got it done. Nope. I'm going to do the same TikTok dance this girl did. I'm going to do the same makeup tutorial that person did. I'm going to talk about the same topics that person talked about. When Kevin Samuels came out talking about the red pill shit and giving men advice, everybody and their mother wanted to talk about men advice and making men better and this and that, and all of them said the same shit. Go to the gym, talk to women, get money, this, that, and the third. Do your hair, be presentable. You can't be fat, and la 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 la. You know that you shaped your image based off another man. Another man imaged you. I understand if you ain't got no style. I understand if you have no confidence, and this is the way that you're going to build up some kind of confidence and self-worth. I get that. But another man is going to dress you? Another man is going to tell you how to live your life? And all you had to do is try and live it? Fail, succeed, try again? Serious? You're going to live your life based off other people you don't know who the fuck you are. You don't know who you are. You're living your life based off other people. Come on. Then you want to call yourself a fucking man? You're still a little bitch. You a little bitch. And forever gonna be a little bitch. Because what's going on, Ray?
Yo, what's going on, bro?
Chilling, man. Just getting shit off my chest.
All good, man. My apologies for being late. Today's been an interesting day. Today's been an interesting day. Yeah, but what's going on? What's
Not much, you know. I'm venting about the car Max and the Mercedes and all that other shit, you know. And then
yeah, that's some bullshit.
then I went into these men that want to cheat the system and win without even trying.
Got you.
I'm talking to all these fucking guys that don't have the balls to figure the shit out for themselves, but they want to go and pay someone to teach them how to dress and pay someone to have false confidence and shit. They don't want to have pride in what they do.
Of course not. Yeah. Why would they? Why would they
Yeah.
want to actually do it the right way and have this? But yeah. This is why we had an earthquake today.
Yeah.
This is
Two of them actually.
Well, one was the actual, the other was the aftershock. That
Yeah,
was,
but
I think they registered it at 4.0
yeah,
for the second one. The first one was
yeah.
at 4.8.
I actually felt the second one.
I didn't feel the second one, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It
I
was
don't know.
3 seconds. It was literally, and I was like, "Oh shit, there you go." And then my dog started crying. I said, "Yeah, that was it."
Yeah, I don't know.
But
The first one I
yeah,
felt. The first one was fucking. I so no joke, and this has been the consensus like I've heard for a lot of people. I felt like I was dizzy for a second. I was like,
mm,
why am I dizzy all of a sudden? Because I just felt like
yeah,
moving weird. But then I saw my bar was moving. I'm like, no, this isn't me. This shit is
yeah,
moving.
yeah,
I got up. I'm like, yo, anyone else feel that? Because it was still moving for a bit too
yeah.
for the first one. And yeah, for the second one, I didn't feel anything. I just kept getting the text, yo, did you feel that? I'm like, no. Was I
Yeah,
supposed to?
yeah. The first one I was in the basement, so you know I didn't feel shit.
Yeah.
But my boy was telling me he was on the 14th floor of one of the buildings, and he felt like he was in a bouncy house. He's
Oh,
like, "Yo,
shit.
what the fuck?" Like, you know when you're in an elevator and the shit just like it's
Yeah,
stopping and you feel it jerking, you move. Like that's what he felt.
Oh, shit. Nah.
He told me he's like, "Yo, I people kept talking, and I'm like, yo, am I bugging? Like, do y'all feel that?" And they were like, yeah, we feel that. I was like, yo, what the fuck? That ain't right.
Yeah.
But shit,
Nah. My biggest thing, and I think that's usually the go to for if you want to really see if it is something, look
yeah.
at your window.
Mm.
Your window tells the sign because the window fucking starts to move a certain way. And it's like, oh yeah, this is yeah. The problem is I also deal with fucking anxiety like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I stayed that way the rest of the fucking day. So even though I didn't actually feel the aftershock,
Yeah.
I still feel shaky. So
Nah, I hear you.
that's gonna be me for the rest of the fucking day.
Hey, listen, man. To me, I got so numb to shit like that it's one of those. The building ain't fall now. All right, then we good.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Which you know what's crazy? That wasn't even the concern. I don't know why I was just worried. Like, why the fuck is an earthquake happening right now? Like I didn't think about the building. I didn't think about any about that. The only thing I was thinking was we don't get earthquakes. What is happening?
Yeah, because we're not built on the plates.
Well,
Like, yeah,
there is plates in the tri-state, but it's like we don't get this. Like what the fuck is happening? And then the worst idea of it is that all this is surrounded by water. So a fucking earthquake hits hard enough, goodbye, man.
yeah,
Like Manhattan is not built to last a huge fucking earthquake.
word. Well, fuck them. They should have did it. They should have did it better when they built it.
Man.
So,
But
yeah.
yeah.
What were some of the topics that we had? Because I know, I pretty much got everything off my chest with that shit, and I'm pretty sure that's something you wouldn't want to touch. But even though, I'll give you this, Ray. Ray puts in the work. He's not here looking for a handout. He puts in the work. He knows his craft. He respects his craft. He does everything he needs to do to get everyone else notarized. And he puts on a fucking hell of a show with the people that respect him. He earned people's respect. I don't see Ray out here crying and bitching and moaning because he's not famous.
Mm-mm.
But everyone else is crying and bitching and moaning. They got one year into a job, actual work, and they're complaining. And you don't have the right to complain because you ain't never worked. You know what I'm saying? Like it's called paying your dues, and that's what Ray's doing.
And that's the thing. Like when I see that, because I've seen it now, and it fucking, you know what's funny? Because I feel like, and I never did it. I know for a fact I never fucking complained when I was first year in, 2 years in. But now seeing people months in, and they're complaining about, oh, why don't I get this opportunity, or why not this, or oh, I should be doing this already. And now I get people that have done this before me, why they would get frustrated seeing people do that type of shit.
Yeah.
And now I'm at that point where I'm like, yo, you're just starting out. The fuck you want to try to jump the line? Like
Yeah.
someone the other day was telling me because I just got them. I was like, fuck it. Hey, you really want to do this? This is what you got to do. Show up. You could try to get put on. But again, you got to show up. You got to show face. That's the only way to do it. And I have a conversation with this person, and they're telling me about, oh yeah, they want to be able to already start making money, big money off this and this and this. And I'm like, you're not a year in. Which again, I'm never saying for wrestling and that stuff you shouldn't be making money at that point, no matter what time you're in. But to expect like a decent amount,
You haven't learned your value.
like, and that's the thing. I'm like, yo, I get wanting to overachieve and have set that tone for yourself, but it's like you also gotta be realistic in this business. Like you're gonna see shit that it's like, yo, sometimes you gotta eat shit.
Yeah.
And the fact that I see people that haven't even, for a better term, haven't even set the plate yet, and they're already trying to get the fucking filet mignon.
Yeah.
Nah, man. And complain if they get anything less. It's like, come on. Like, and that goes for anything, not just wrestling. I'm using wrestling because of
No.
what I'm in. But like seeing how people do that's like again, they don't even want to. They want to get to step 3 before they even read the manual.
Yeah.
That it's like, yo, it doesn't work in this life. Like nothing does.
You want to sit here and get paid top dollar for something you don't know how to do yet.
Yeah.
'Cause let's face it, you're in there for a year doing what you do. They don't know how to do it yet.
No. And I get it. Again, some people are gonna give you compliments because like, oh, good shit, this and that. But you can't let that false sense of like, oh, I already know what I'm doing, get to you. Because at the stage we're in, again, you've also been doing podcasting now for fucking years now.
Yeah.
But you're still learning. And we're still making
Yeah.
it better. We're still making moments that, bro, it took me, I've been fucking in wrestling. I want to say working officially 8 years now. And to this day, I'm still learning my fucking craft. With podcasting, fully doing it now, like committed to what I'm doing, 3 years now with respect to craft. And it took me 3 years to finally pull the trigger on getting a fucking song. That wasn't just some shit I ripped off YouTube. You know?
Hey,
That it's like,
so
and
that's
it's
what I
stuff
did.
like that it's like, yo, fucking deciding to let's do this, learning how to do this, how to network this, how to make those connections. And people think, oh, all I gotta do is this, and it's done. It's like, nah,
Yeah.
if you think it's that easy, fuck, try it. And maybe for some people, and I've noticed that for some people it works, cool. But then when you get into a real situation, now you're like, what do I do now?
When you meet resistance, that's when you find your true self.
Cause I seen it, bro. I've seen it now where it's like, yo, people that supposedly somehow channel numbers are through the roof, this and that, but then they wonder why it's stagnant, and they wonder why, oh, why don't people watch? Or why the numbers don't match? And it's like, did you put in the work, or did you just somehow the algorithm worked for you? Because I rather have the number I have of subscribers, all that shit, and my pod numbers reflect that, than, for a better term, influence the algorithm and then be fucked.
Pay for followers and subscribers.
I didn't want to just say that because I
No,
was trying to be nice.
I said it before
yeah,
you got here.
Yeah, but
Said it
no,
before you
then
got here.
that's what people
Yeah.
fucking do. And it's like, bro, then they wonder, oh, why doesn't it reflect? And it's like, if you pay for the cheat code, don't expect the fucking credit. Like, any of us could fucking do that, and then our number's not gonna reflect.
Yeah. You're not.
There's fucking channels that have 20,000 subscribers. Look at their numbers; it's the same as fucking ours,
Yeah.
and we have a
Because-
few hundred subscribers. Imagine that.
Because here's the thing. Anything in life, if you're not willing to do it for free, don't do it.
Oh.
Because here, we could have paid for followers and viewers and all that other shit and got to where we wanted to go 6 months into this.
Yep.
But we did this constantly for years, for minimum number of viewers. Sometimes I'm here ranting and talking to people with no one watching. And I got so comfortable doing that when there's 400,000-500,000 people watching, it ain't gonna phase me because I already know what it's like to perform in front of no one. So now the same level that I'm putting in front of no one, I'm putting in front of everyone. Now I'm ready. Now I'm ready. You can sit here and fake the funk, but when shit hits the fan, you running like a little bitch. You only get one shot too. You only get one shot here. Because one of your videos go viral and you can't back that up with another one. You back here, papa. You back here, papa.
And that's the thing they don't get, because they think, and I'll say this, I'll make the biggest joke, because I have this convo a lot with my mom, that she's like, oh, just do one of those stupid shits these people do, get a viral video. One, I love my mom.
No, I hear you.
But I love that it's like, yeah, I'm gonna be able to do one of those just out of the blue. But okay, let's say I do. Let's say I fucking I check out the algorithm. I'm like, fuck it, this is gonna work. This is gonna guarantee me that, right?
Yeah.
Now what? Because that one video is gonna be fucking amazing. But then I got nothing else.
Yeah.
Because then I have to become a fucking basically a monkey. Because I have to then copy that. I have to continue to do shit like that, and that is not what I want to do. To me, doing that, it's like it ruins, pun intended, your craft. Because now you have to become that kind of video artist.
Yeah.
And that is something we see. We see channels like that all they do is that it becomes a fucking, their channel becomes repetitious, because it's just like that's all they do. That's all they do. That's all they do. And it's like, is this what you want to put out though? Like,
Yeah.
if you genuinely could choose, is this what you want to do? Because I wouldn't want to fucking just have to do that. Nothing I actually want to do, just making sure that it fucking gets the views.
Yeah.
Like, to me, it's not fun. But then, okay, you do that, and then you decide to do the one, so you get the views. But then what? Because now you're gonna put out your content, and people are gonna be like, this isn't what I came to see.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed it. I do that with the fucking with the graphics, where I'll do the nice video with the music, all that shit, and on shorts it does amazing. And some I can't post, unfortunately, because YouTube is very strict with music. So the ones that the music laws are a little different, I've posted up. And one of those got like 415 views in a few hours. I
Nice.
was like, cool, that works. But then I put on my podcast, I'll maybe get 50 views. And it's like, to me, as much as I like doing those promotional videos, the podcast is always going to take priority.
Yeah.
And I don't mind doing that because it's like, fuck it. I now know it's possible to get those kind of views. I'm going to work my way to get those fucking views naturally instead of working the algorithm.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, cool. I didn't hashtag, I didn't do anything. I just posted the video and it did what it had to do. It got the views. So I'm like, cool. I can do that then.
Yeah. Because
And that's the thing people don't see. People don't think about that it's like, oh, cool. Let me now try to work my way to do that with my own shit. Nope. Now they're like, I have to copy formula. It's like, no,
yeah.
make your way because we've seen it here. The algorithm doesn't give a shit.
The algorithm is working for itself.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, I watch these top YouTubers and they got millions of followers, millions of subscribers, and about 30, 40,000 views. And they say, like, subscribe, the algorithm, the algorithm, the algorithm. And it doesn't help them because every time they'll get 40, 50,000 views. Sometimes on a hot video, 100,000, whatever. And then I start saying, like and subscribe. And no one's liking and subscribing. Or if they do like and subscribe, they'll like, but they won't subscribe. Or they'll subscribe, but they don't watch. But there's always engagement for YouTube.
Yep.
YouTube is getting engagement within itself through you. YouTube isn't going, oh, you're getting all this engagement, let's push the you. Because if that was the case, those people that had 40,000 views would have 80,000 views and 90,000 views, and you'll see their numbers go up progressively, and they'll be going harder. Like, yo, we need to be the top of the world and all that shit. Their numbers stay stagnant, but they keep saying like and subscribe, like and subscribe. They keep saying it. Why? Because they think that they're working for themselves. They're working for YouTube. Because the more engagement it gets, the more ad revenue they make.
Yep.
This algorithm don't work for you. Nothing is designed for you.
Nope.
But you still have to take pride in what you do. The
Of
videos
course.
that I put out, they don't work for the algorithm. But I have a lot of pride in what I do. I put a lot of effort into what I do. I don't half-ass y'all. Because that's who I am. And if you want to half-ass shit, you should get fired. I'm sorry. There's no more accepting it. There's no more excuses. Because that's the reason why we got to this level that we're at now. Excuses.
And that's what it is because it's become so acceptable of like, nope. Why am I gonna have to put in my full effort on this? Let me just half-ass it. Let's see how this works. And it's like, again, it's gonna get you to the dance. It's not gonna get you to the fucking. Once you're there, it's not gonna keep you there. That's the thing people forget. That it's like you can make it, but now what are you gonna do when you're there? You got your way into the door. Now what? Like now you have to prove you should be here. And a lot of people fall fucking flat. A lot of people fall into that trap of, oh, this is the goal is to get here.
And the thing is, people copy everyone's shit.
Yep.
I watch one person wash cars. I shit you not, Ray. There are 27 other videos. There are 27 other channels that are doing the same videos. I watched how to do a rinseless wash. 50 videos came up, all titled how to do a rinseless wash from 50 different people. All of them saying the same shit. It's almost like they're copying and pasting. You watch TikTok and it's all people talking about women, talking about their struggle, and dancing. They're all saying the same shit. We are at a point where there's little kids, and by little kids, I mean like barely 19, telling you how to live your life. You haven't seen the outside of a gym in 4 years. And you're going to tell me how to live my life at the age that I'm at? When the fuck did advice for young men to pick up women did not start with just say hello? No one tells anyone that no more because no one knows the game. Everyone thinks they know the game and they just have an opinion because they're sitting here going, this is the way it should be. That's not the way it is. My bad, Ray. You caught the extra the extra credit of it.
It's all good, man. But no, it needs to be said though. You know, it needs to be said because in moments like this, where again we look at all this, we look at this weekend. This weekend in our world is the biggest of them all, right? WrestleMania weekend, and there's a bunch of people that are going to complain that they didn't get to work this weekend. They didn't get to do stuff. They didn't get to earn those opportunities. This and that. This and that.
Yeah.
And then there's a bunch of people that did bust their fucking ass to be on those shows. And I commend every single one of them that did that. And then, unfortunately, because it happens, there are a few that circumstantially they got put on. Now, to those people, you now see it. Because when the work shows, it's like, how the fuck they get a match on this?
Yep.
And I hate to talk shit, but it's like, this is where you see it now. This is where for people that are like, oh, how come this person got to do this? Or not even just a match. For people that are even, let's say in the journalistic side of things, people that get the press passes and this and that. And it's like, damn, how did they get this? And then some kill it. Shout out to those that kill it. Shout out to our fucking boys and our fam at Jobber Tears. They kill it. They do well. But then there's some that it's like, do you know the topic we're talking? Do you know your craft? Because there's gonna be those that don't.
Yeah.
And it's that thing of, again, you cheat the system, it reflects. No matter what, it's gonna come back. So again, if you want to do whatever you deem your craft, or you deem again your passion or whatever, put in the work. Put in the work, because in the long run, it pays off more doing it that way than trying to cheat it for the quick buck.
Yeah.
Because in the long run, it's going to cost you a lot more. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
And you know, and that's something that I never do. Like I sit there and I see people get the opportunities they get, and you sit, you know, you go like, shit. If I had that opportunity, I would have did this. But when they rock it and they hit it out of the park, or they fucking go out swinging, I don't hate on them for it, because it's like, yo, if you wasn't ready to be there, that's on you. You were there.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? If you was ready and you knocked it out of the park, good for you. I wasn't there, but if I was there, this is what happened. But you know, that's the way life is. It doesn't make me bitter. It just I'm doing what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? When we get to that bridge, we'll cross it.
yeah. And again, I don't want to say I get bitter because of it,
No.
but at the same token, it's just one of those where I start to scratch my head because I'm just like, this then ruins it.
The Kobe factor. I
Yeah.
seen you in the gym. I know how you practice. I'm not passing you the ball.
No, and no, and it is. It's like it's that
Yeah.
theory of like, you do all this, you're showing this, but we know what you actually bring to the table.
Yeah.
But again, then it's like, oh, everyone else, oh, but they're not doing this, they're not doing that. But it's like, check the actual stats, check
Yeah.
the actual work put in. But again, this could be a whole other podcast because we could legit keep going and going and going.
Yeah.
So let's get a little more. I don't know if it's as positive because I don't know which video I'm about to pull up here, but there's a few videos.
Give me a second. Let me get something to
Again.
drink.
Yeah, all good, all good, all good.
Change
But,
my picture again, Ray.
Nah, man,
Did
it's just when I put my name, apparently it's just the picture.
You did it on purpose.
I didn't do nothing.
I am Batman. And I am vengeance.
Oh shit. But to anyone that is watching, thank you guys as always for pulling up. Thank you guys for tuning in. To those that were here with Toe, my apologies that we left them alone. But yeah, we're glad you guys tuned in. Thank you always. I just noticed my own comment there. Thank you to myself for tuning in for a second. But yeah. So let me see what let's see what video we could put up here because um there's a few me and Toe sent each other that I know we wanted to talk about. You know what? Yeah, this one works because it works in this topic here. Shout out to Uncle Phil.
And a man should be able to stand on his own 2 feet, make his own way like you did. I mean, a man does it for himself. I mean, it's a hard road to travel, but after you travel and you look back on what you accomplished, you can say, I did that. I'm a man. That's the biggest load of bull I've heard since I left the farm. Nobody does anything without help, Will. People.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I
a fucking
only
strong one.
I only played a bit of it because I don't want us to get copyrighted because I forgot
Yeah,
that's also TV, so we probably shouldn't play the whole clip.
yeah.
But that right there, just so people understand as well, because we agree with that with what Uncle Phil was saying there. Rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
Word.
That mentality, because a lot of us think that way. It's like, oh, we gotta do it on our own. You can't do this without being able to. And what we were saying, we never want to make people think we just did this on our own either, because we didn't. I definitely, again, I've been lucky to have those doors open for me. I've also had a few doors closed on me, but that's okay, and it happens. But when you hear the person just say, "Oh, I did this on my own," it's like, "Did you?" Because I used to try to say that. I used to try to say that, and the more and more, because I noticed throughout the years, I'll do a post about the channel and just even my time in wrestling, and you start to see my growth throughout the years. When I was younger, it's a lot of, "Oh, I'm glad to be able to have done this, and I've been glad to be able to learn this and do this and this," and I'm saying a lot of I. And throughout the years, I've now started to say thank you to those that are helping me. Thank you to those that have opened the door. Thank you to those that have supported. Thank you to those that have been part of this journey. Because that's the thing. The first moment you can realize this isn't an I thing. No matter what you do in life, it can't be because there's always room for help. Always.
Hmm.
As much as sometimes it's I will say this. Sometimes that help doesn't seem there. There is someone that is helping. Because even if they're not doing it in the way that you assume, you're talking to someone about this. You're venting to someone that's helping you in your journey.
And believe it or not, there's someone that's seeing you go through what you're going through and telling someone else about what you're doing,
Yep.
and you don't even know it.
Yep. And there's a lot of things like that. There's a lot of opportunities. This is why I tell people. I always make the joke with all this that I'm like, yo, you never know who's watching.
Mhm.
You never know who's watching what you're doing and being like, hey, you see my guy right here? Put him on. Do this for him. Because trust me,
Yeah.
he's got it or they got it. And I've been lucky. I've gotten that happen a few times now. That show I did last Saturday, I got put on because people recommended me. That's why when I hit him up and it's like, oh yeah, I got you. I find out it's because of stuff like that, and it happens that way. Sometimes it is little moments like that. It's the old saying, it takes a village, man, and it
Mhm.
does. It takes a village to get your goals and do what you got to do, doing it the right way. You have those people that are going to be there for you. That's why what we say here, we never tell you guys, oh, this is a one person thing, one person. No, this is the group here. You guys got to see most of it for the most part. You got to see most of it on Thursday. You got to
Yeah.
see yesterday. Sorry, you know what? Because of just what today's been, I feel like it's been multiple days already. But you got to see it
I
last
feel you.
night.
Yeah.
You got to see it last night, and you got to see a lot of the group. And that's what it takes, though. It takes a group like that of amazing fucking creatives and amazing fucking minds and just real people that are supporting each other, all trying to win here, all trying to do what we got to do. And that shows though what it could take when you actually put like-minded individuals together.
Yeah. Unselfish people.
Yep.
People willing to put in the fucking work that know that it's gonna be hard. But we still go at it full force.
Yep.
And we make it fun. You know, people say if you like what you do, you never work a day in your life. As much as it takes a toll on me to stay up and have less sleep and all that, never felt like this was work. Some days at work, even when it's hard, it don't feel like work.
Yep.
Because you make it fun. You take pride in what you do. You
And
feel the accomplishment.
And I think that's what we strive for, is for the day where this, as much work we're putting in, that doesn't feel like that work anymore.
Yeah.
It's now fun to do this because it is. Trust me. There's gonna be those days that you're just like, is this even worth it anymore? Should I even put in this fucking work? What's the point? Because I'm not seeing it instant.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the days you push harder. The days you have to start questioning it and you start to get that in your head, push 10 times harder. Because now this is where those real tests are coming. This is where when those moments of like, should I just give up now? Because what's the point? We're not making money. We're not doing this. We're not getting the fucking the plaques or whatever the validation that comes with it.
Zig Ziglar said, "Your mind is like a garden,
Yep.
and weeds don't need any inspiration to grow. And weeds is the negativity that's in your mind. Negativity will pop up out of nowhere.
Oh man, it pops up more than anything, and it
But
continues to pop up even
yeah.
through those moments of good times. Those moments
Yeah.
that you're now winning. Negativity is the first thing to meet you at the door. Like, oh,
Yeah. But if you want orchids and flowers and roses in your garden, you got to work at it. You got to flower them every day. You got to nurture it every day. Your ideas, your fucking motivation, the reason why you're doing stuff,
facts.
the love for the topic of what you're doing it, the nurture it every day. Every day I keep going, this shit is losing me. This shit is losing me. Because I have a perception of what wrestling is.
Yep.
And when I see it in a company I grew up with, WWE, I go, okay, this is what it is. I'm not going nowhere. I've been there, the ups, the downs, the lefts, the rights, the Cenas, the big dog Roman Reigns. I've been through it all. When AEW came out and WCW came out, this was something different. It was still wrestling, but it was something different.
Yeah.
And the one thing about wrestling fans that people are starting to not understand is that just because it's wrestling doesn't mean it's the same thing. And when you start doing the same thing over and over again, it's no longer wrestling. It's a rerun. When you start copying other people's stuff, I don't need to watch you. I seen Raw and SmackDown already. We say the worst part of Raw and SmackDown is the SmackDown rebound and the Raw recall.
Yep.
We saw that already. Why are you showing this? So why would I invest 2 hours of something that's trying to duplicate what I saw already? You know what I'm saying?
No, I get you completely, and that is, and to see with that, I can tell you this for anyone that's listening again. Those moments are not few and far between. Those are possibly every other week.
Yeah.
After we watch this, it's like, yo, why are we still here?
Yeah.
Why are we watching this? Why are we doing this? And what is the point? But then we get those moments that it's like, yo, today flew by. Like the other week showed me, now we got to keep doing this. When we were able to do the Tone the Show that Friday, And that Saturday morning, I'm like, yo, I kind of want to do it again tonight.
Yeah.
And
We
then,
felt the same way.
yo, it was so funny because I forgot to hit you up because I was like, fuck it, let me see if I feel like this when I get back because I went to go pay bills and shit. And then you hit me up, you're like, yo, you want to do it again tonight? I'm like, fuck it, yeah. Like I was gonna hit you up, and it worked out. And
Yeah.
moments like that, it's like, you know what? This is why we do the fucking podcast because we get
Yeah.
the bullshit, have some fun, and just chill with y'all. Again, sometimes we have a bunch of people y'all here. Sometimes we understand it's busy. Shit, sometimes we're busy. Unfortunately, there's gonna be
Yeah.
days we're like, yo, where y'all at? It's like, hey man, real life gets in the way, or again, just stuff that we're doing.
Yeah.
Like we appreciate y'all though for tuning in when y'all can. Again, it's always gonna be Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, sometimes Fridays, sometimes Saturdays, sometimes both, depending on the schedule.
Yep.
And then you'll get the occasional Sunday just when we feel like it. Um, but we appreciate y'all for always tuning in. We appreciate y'all for always supporting. And again, you're gonna see stuff like this truly that is coming genuinely because we appreciate this and because we love what we're doing as much as sometimes it's fucking
Yeah.
annoying at times. But we do appreciate what the fuck we're doing here, and we appreciate the reception you guys give us, the networking opportunities we've gotten through this, because we've gotten to meet amazing people through this, amazing people at the show. Shout out to all the fam we've met at Battle Club, We
Yeah.
Are Wrestling, Invictus, just the amazing fellow creators, podcasters. I would love to start mentioning, but I don't want to forget anybody, so I don't want anyone to feel
Yeah.
offended. So you guys know who you are. The only one I fucking comes to my head right now is Bad Blood because I did his show yesterday. Finally,
Nice.
I jumped on
Nice.
there for a bit because he was watching Bloodsport, and I finished watching it, and they were doing it because they're the hour delay. And
Yeah.
I was like, yo, y'all gonna fucking love this Masha Shayna Baszler match. He's like, yo, don't spoil it. Come on the show. I'm like, fuck it. I have some time because it was right before we were gonna get on. I was like, fuck it, I'll jump on. And I got to jump on there for a bit, shoot shit with them. And it's like stuff like that. It's cool. Now
Yeah.
having these opportunities that yo, we know fucking Bablo, we know the guys at Dirty Heels, fucking high side of the ring fanatics. Again, this is why I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to forget people. But
Yeah.
there's so many fucking people that now we've made those connections with that fucking from the East Coast to the West Coast, shout out to Heel Liz, to just so many people now. And it's cool to see when they're winning because we've gotten to see people that are again putting in that work, doing it the right way,
Yep.
fucking trying to do it their way. Like, yo, the amount of people I saw just fucking killing it this weekend at fucking the festivities during WrestleMania week is awesome. Like, shit. Yo, shout out to my boy Isaac, who I saw fucking killing it last night. He was doing cinematography work for Wale Mania. And he got to
Okay.
record a lot of the shit and be a part of that. And bro, when I tell you that shit really did look like a party. Like
Nice.
that's one of the goals. Like fuck going to the shows and a lot of that shit. One year I just gotta go to one of those fucking parties. That shit looks amazing. Because I've done the shows. I've worked. I did WrestleMania week when they did it here. The year was it the year Kofi won? No, the year Daniel Bryan won. When they were here in Jersey.
Yeah.
I did that week, WrestleMania week here. And the shows, it's cool to do. It's cool to be able to be a part of multiple shows like that. It's fucking draining, man. I think that week I did basically 3 shows a day for like 5 days straight. And that shit is fucking late. Like to see that many people, to have to deal with that many people, to make sure all this is working, make sure it's all promoted on socials, make sure all this, like, it's an awesome opportunity, but it's fucking tiring as hell.
Yeah.
It got me
Yeah.
ready though to know what to expect from type of shit and wanting to get part of that shit. But this year, that's how I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm glad I don't have a crazy schedule. I was looking forward to, unfortunately, the opportunity I was supposed to have yesterday, but everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Um, it's one of those where um those are the moments that again to me yesterday I was just like, fuck. It's 10. It's. I felt like after last Saturday, I'm like, cool. I'm riding that momentum. That's fucking 10 steps forward. Yesterday, I was like, fuck. I just took 11 back because I was like, fuck. This was an opportunity that I thought, cool. I get to call some fucking legendary people. Get to have that on my resume. And that shit was gone in a second.
But life doesn't end.
Nah, definitely doesn't.
In the
Definitely
in the
doesn't.
in the immortal words of Bray Wyatt, mean shit.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, man.
it don't mean shit.
Yeah, man. Shout out to him, man. That
Yeah.
again, we talked about it yesterday, but just the creative mind and putting in that genuine work, putting in that work that a lot of people do not understand how, again, this wasn't something that was created by anyone else but his own mindset. And you see it. You see how it evolved from the character of Bray Wyatt, where his inspirations were coming from, and just how it developed into something even crazier.
Yeah.
And that's hard to fucking try to make it that just sinister and to be able to evolve a character like that. Like, man, I'm just hoping again that the groundwork that Bray laid, Bo can or Taylor Rotunda can carry that with whatever he decides to do with Uncle Howdy.
I think he can. He has to, put his own spin on it. I believe that he knows his brother enough to be able to do it justice by his brother, but also add him to it.
No, yeah, and that's the thing too that I feel like most people I hope understand is that this isn't gonna be Bo Dallas is now gonna become Bray Wyatt. No, 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 no.
Not yet.
This now needs to be Bo finding his character here. Be the character your brother wanted you to be. Be what you think your character is, and make that masterpiece like he would have
Yeah.
wanted. Not try to be what he would have been. Be who you are. Because that's something we got to see. We got to see when you finally decide to be who you are. Boom, the magic you can make.
Yep.
But there you go.
Shit. I know we got other videos. I got the one with the future husband.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's do that one.
All right.
Oh, I know that one. That one. We're gonna have a nice discussion about this because it's funny. Go into
Yeah.
that one.
Oh shit. Hold up.
To your raggedy ass friends. Mira, future husband. Don't listen to your raggedy ass friends about good women don't exist because hello. Listening to him. That man got his heart broken when he was 6. He's 45 talking about women ain't shit. Grow up, Pedro. Bunch of us who want to help you succeed. There's a bunch of us who don't care what's in your wallet. Let's be real. There's not much in both of our wallets, okay? Adulting is tough. Responsibilities. But it's okay. The bills are paid though. We'll get there. Well, where are you? We're not at the bar. Why you keep going to that same bar? That you trying to find us there? We're home, papi. Find us at our jobs. Find us at the bank. Find us at the library. Find us at the gym. Over here at the twerk and slurp talking about we're the good woman. They're not there. Home in bed by 9 watching murder documentaries. So also don't play with us either. Mira.
Bitch.
You know,
We come to your house. That's stalking.
Nah, I love her content though. Like she's fucking great. Shout out to her. Her and her boyfriend are fucking hilarious. They do amazing content.
So I guess she's not available then. So if I come to your job, you got a man. Well, bitches ain't shit.
No. But most of the time, the funny part is like she's been very talkative about that because she was single for a long fucking time. But the thing is that video, it is true to a degree. It is true to a degree. I feel like for a lot of people, I want to touch on that one part of past influences or past experiences, I should say, ruining future experiences.
Yeah.
Like because you're still over this one fucking person. Now it's like this fucks up every other opportunity because fuck it. That should have been the one. And it's like, come on, man. Like there are better people out there. That just wasn't the one.
Because you making excuses. for not moving on, and no one's ever told you, yo, pick up your fucking panties and let's get over this bitch and let's go out there and get another one.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I spoke a little bit about this. I didn't get too much into the toxic masculinity shit. It works. The reason why it's called toxic masculinity is because women don't understand it. Because you can't do the same thing to them that men do to each other.
Gotcha.
We're mentally harder. You know what I'm saying? Like some women, when they're going through something, most of the time they want understanding and compassion and shit like that. A man goes through some shit. The best thing you do is give it to him straight.
Dumb.
Like if you're crying about a woman 3-4 years after, be like, yo, bro, she don't want you. Move on. You know what I'm saying? And then the dude like, you know what? You're right. You're right. Because he knows. He's just making excuses. But now that when it is done in his face, like, yo, bro, she don't want you. You're being a little bitch. Move on. You're like, you know something? You're right. Let me stop making excuses and start being move on. You know what I'm saying? It's that hardness that we have to be with each other. You think it's toxic masculinity, but it's hardness. We have to be that to ourselves so we can snap out of the funk as fast as we can because we don't have time to waste. There's other shit we got to do. Because think about it. A woman, for lack of a better phrase, has a line going around the corner and down the block for people who are trying to fuck, use, abuse, and be with her. Because the possibilities are endless for what men want from this woman. Women come few and far between for men. If you found one that you thought was good, that's why you get hung up on her. Because you ain't finding another one for a long time.
At least you.
That's gonna fill those expectations.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's creating this sense of expectation there that it's like, that's it. This is who I want. This is exactly who I want. There's no beating this. There's nothing matching this. That's it. And then when that isn't satisfied, or this doesn't become the one, that's it. It's like, oh, there's no one better.
Yeah.
Or everyone else is shit, because if this couldn't satisfy, then se jodió lo resto.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're already starting off wrong. Because if that is your mentality going into that, it's like,
and you know
we're
what?
at a lost cause from the get go.
You know what the crazy shit is like? Trust me, I understand that was a comedy skit. But when she mentions, oh, we don't care if you're broke. We'll help you succeed. We'll help you do this. Well, everybody's broke as long as the bills are paid, blah, 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 blah. That's maybe 1/19 of the issue men have talking to women. The man that gets that is the guy that looks too good that he don't need a personality. He don't need a fucking job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some men do go to the right women, or do go to women they perceive that are good and worth all this shit, and they do try, and they don't succeed because of some other lacking, whether it be height, whether it be sense of humor, whether it be skin color, whether it be this, that, or the third. It's not, oh, every man has a shot with me, because let's get that shit straight. Not every man has a shot with you. Which is another thing. I want to put this by you since we're going to talk about it. I didn't have the video, but the girl says, I don't understand men who watch porn but won't go out with a porn star. And the guy goes, but don't you do porn? She goes, yeah, but you won't date a fan. And she's like, oh, but that's completely different. How? You know what I'm saying? That's the thing.
Yeah.
They want, like, they judge us based off of what they see, their perception.
Yeah.
And
The
yeah,
misconstrued perception in a sense. Yeah.
perception can change based off of interaction.
Yep.
We've all done it, but they judge us based off of perception. They don't want to be judged. The same guys that we talk about Fresh and Fit, right?
Yeah.
He's talking to this woman. It's a one-on-one conversation, and she said, "Oh, you don't like fat girls?" He goes, "No." And she's like, "Why? Don't you think that's rude?" He goes, "Well, what's the difference between a girl saying she don't like short guys? You have the preference for a person's body, but when we have the preference, we're the assholes." You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's not as simple as you think, because we're not playing by the same rules.
Yeah. And this is my thing, and it's that comment again. This is all it's in comedy purposes,
Yeah,
but it
yeah,
also
yeah,
is to
yeah.
send that message a little bit. But the funny part to me, I feel like when she mentioned the money scenario, I think that's more trying to get other women as well as guys to understand how that should be. Because that's something we've talked about here. For me,
Yeah,
it's always been that team effort, especially if you're looking for a partner, you're looking for someone that is going to then become a lifetime partner. And I
yeah,
always say it like that because, again, your relationship should be a partnership. It should be something where we now are doing this together.
yeah,
And if you're not willing to build together, then again, it's a loss. So I feel like
yeah.
to the degree of saying we're both broke, it's like, damn, like, sometimes you got to be there. Sometimes you got to start at the gutter. But hey, it's being willing to see past that and be like, now we're going to work toward our future.
See, I think the money issue is overhyped. It's a small, minute problem
Yeah.
in a relationship, because my coworker asked me, he goes, "Who should pay on the first date, or who should pay, on the dates?" And I turned around to him. I said, "Listen, if I'm with my girl and we go out, I don't mind paying every time we go out.
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm gonna let it be known, like, if I don't have the money to go out, we're not going out. Now, if she offers to pay, okay. I'm not saying it's not one of those things where it's like, yo, bitch, we're going out every day. You got to pay for something, because that's not how that's not the way I was raised. And to me, the company is worth that. If you have got into my life where you're my girl and I love your company, I don't mind. Yo, let's go do this. Let's go do
Yeah.
that. Because I'm not paying for. To me, this is not an investment on whatever the future. This is me getting to enjoy an experience with you, and money should not get in the way of that.
Yeah.
Now, like I told him, if it's every day, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that, and I ain't got the money for it, yo, shorty, we ain't doing that. Now, if you got the money to do it and you want to do it, fine. You know what I'm saying? And, they bring up the thing like, what if she had more money than you? I also would bring up the fact that, yo, listen, you live up here with your income. My income is here. Expect to be here. If you want to close that gap, fine. Because like I said, money's not that important when it comes to being in a relationship, when it comes to finding someone that's going to be the mother of my child. You know what I'm saying? My wife. It's not that important,
Yeah.
because everything else to me is more important. My happiness is more important. The wealth of my kids, how they grow up is more important. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's more things than just fucking money. Money only buys shit.
Yeah. No, and that's how it should be. It's one of those where it's like we put that value, and I get it. It's something that should have value, right? Money
Yeah.
should have that, but it shouldn't be the end all be all. It
Yeah.
shouldn't, and it shouldn't be what breaks something to that degree. And I get it. Sometimes it's like, oh, that is a deal breaker. That is this, but I hate when it becomes the everything.
Yeah.
Because if that establishes that, then that precedent is already wrong to me. Setting that precedent already about it being a money issue or this or that, it's like, damn. Like, you might have ruined an opportunity of someone that truly will be there for you, or this or that, with just a money issue.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the thing. I'm also like that. That it's like, hey, if we're together in this, I don't mind it. I don't mind being the person, because I've always been, and we've talked about it here. I get it from my dad that it's like, somehow I'll make a fucking dollar stretch into three. But to a degree of that it's like, hey, if I don't, sorry, it's not gonna it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, not
And
now.
there are people though that once you create that expectation, you can't say no.
Yeah,
And that's where you start seeing how people are, because now it's like, oh, okay, so this is only a business transaction in a sense. Because once that stops, then it's like, oh, now there's an issue,
yeah,
and that's where it sucks. Because again, that becomes a major issue. Money becomes that issue, and it's like this is where you start to see people's colors when it comes to that.
yeah. And I wanted to ask you this question:
Sure,
could you go out with somebody that makes more money than you?
I don't see why not. Because to me, again, it's one of those where I, I don't see an issue with that because it's to me, like I said, I would still be the way I am, where I would want to do this, do this, do that. Cool. Now they have something that they could also treat, or they could do again something
Now,
else.
yeah. So now,
Okay.
same question:
Yep.
you're going out with somebody that makes more money than you.
Yeah.
Would you let them take care of you?
What way?
They're paying for everything. They want to. It's not an issue,
Okay.
but they're paying for everything.
And I don't offer. This is just a.
Yeah,
I'm now just taking
you're a
advantage of it.
housewife. Yeah, you're. She wants to go do a fucking vacation every 3 months. She's paying for everything. You know, you go into a fancy restaurant. She paying for your car. She's taking care of you. You're
Because of the way I was raised, I don't think I could.
we don't need a caveat. You know what I'm saying?
No, no,
Because
no, 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 no.
no, no,
I'm
yeah, no,
saying,
I get it.
realistically for
Yeah,
myself.
no, no,
I I feel like it sounds so stupid saying no, but because of the way I was raised, because of how and again, I'm not trying to add the machismo line or anything like
no,
that. But to me, I like being able to help. I'm not saying I have to take over the scenario,
yeah,
but it's one of those where I like to help. Cause you see how I am. I'm very much
yeah,
into like, yo, whatever we got to do, let's make it work. Um, I wouldn't want to just be that, you know? I wouldn't want to be taken care of in that way. Like I would love to fucking in a relationship like that would be cool to have like, hey, like I got this, you got that, we make this work, we grow together, we have a nice fucking life. That I
yeah,
wouldn't mind. Like someone that is willing to then do that, that's awesome. That's fucking boom, we're winning. But to be able to be like babied in a sense and take care of that way, I don't know if I can do that.
yeah,
Because it to me again, it's one of those where I'm not adding to the partnership. Then I'm being taken care of. It's a handicap match
yeah,
at this point. You know, it's like
yeah,
yo, you taking to work, I come in for the hot tag. Like I get to reap the benefits. Like it
yeah, and
shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be a beneficial. It shouldn't be a one way beneficial street. No matter
yeah.
who's the proprietor, who's the one that's putting the money in. Like nah, it should be a situation where um there's equal in certain degrees. You know.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel the same way. I I'm the type of person that's like, yo, this is where I live at with my
Yep.
money, and like this is where you live at. Like I said, if you want to close that gap a little bit, like once in a while, we're doing that. But it would be one of those things like you have to be willing to accept me for me, right? Where it's like if you turn around and like, well, I don't go to Applebee's or Dave and Buster. I don't do all that shit because that I'm too good for that. Well, then that's where I'm at now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I grew up. That's where I live. Even if I hadn't mad money, this is still where my comfort zone.
Yep.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a culture shift there. And it's like I can't afford to live there. I can't afford to live in your world. But I can visit. But you know what I'm saying? It's like we gotta have that mutual shit where I don't want to feel like I have all this shit because of you. and I can't get none of, like,
And
I
that's
understand the
where it is.
generosity.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the generosity of it. But it's like, yo, I put in work to get where I'm at, and I'm okay with where I'm at. Because like I said, I have self-respect. I have the pride.
Yeah.
And there's no malice in it, I'm pretty sure. But it's still one of those like, yo, if you're willing to work with me, I'm willing to work with you. It just can't feel like now I'm your son.
And that's where my issue comes. It's like I don't want that. I don't want to feel
Yeah.
like I'm being taken care of by my partner at
Yeah.
that stage. Like you
Like,
kind of want, hey, later on, yeah, like you want to be, como se dice, like the nurture, all that cool stuff. That's cool. Like yo,
yeah.
once we together, that works.
So, if it was one of those things where it's like, yo, listen, I'll take care of everything, the money that you make. How about you put it to this or that?
Yeah,
Right? Like if it was one of those like I'm living with her and everything's taken care of, but I'm working and I saved up money and I paid for the vacation that we go on. So okay, at least I'm doing something. Or like the maintenance, like if I'm fixing the cars, I'll do that in this. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Something,
yeah. No,
something.
and that's what I'm saying. And again, there's a degree to it. Like I said, to me, I couldn't just be the everything is
Because
taken care of, and I'm just fucking, you know,
because it's
like
it,
no.
it's kind of like easy street. Like you have to pay your dues, you have to earn shit, and what am I look like? I'm just sitting down watching TV all day,
Yeah.
doing all this shit, and she
I
comes
can't
home
just
from
be
work.
chilling
Yeah,
while the wife
if
is working like that, and I'm
if
just
I'm
sipping on
chilling,
pina coladas.
if I'm chilling like that, it's because I'm making money doing that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like I'm gonna feel worthless because I'm not doing nothing.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not doing nothing. If at least if I'm working and I'm not making as much as you, at least I'm working.
yeah. No, and that's the thing again, being able to do something to add something, add value to this instead
Yeah,
of just taking the benefits. And again, so
yeah.
I know so many people are gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, stupid." Like I would just take the deal. It's like cool. Tell me how long it lasts before you're like,
Miserable.
damn. You sure this person still enjoys my company? Because after a
Yeah,
while, to me, I feel like you become a burden. Because you're not a partner
yeah.
anymore. You're not their
Yeah,
their spouse.
and
You're just someone they take care
and
of in a sense.
and how do you ask for shit? How do you go, yo? I want these sneakers. How do you have an allowance? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
Like, cause
imagine being, and that to me is like, I can't
I'm
do
a
it.
I'm a grown man.
I can't do that. Like,
Like
and
I
again,
can understand. I can understand if, let's say, I get in with a girl and she has mad money and I don't know it, but we build a relationship and she sees this. She's like, you know what? Stop working and I'm gonna invest in this and I'm gonna help you try to make this as big as possible. I can understand that because it's like, okay, now I have a shot to make this my reality.
no,
Okay, cool. But then when I make it, I'm gonna pay you back. You know what I'm saying? Like now when I make it, I'm gonna take care of you. You know what I'm saying?
no, no, and
As
that and
opposed
that
to
is
quit your job and just be my boy toy.
yeah.
You know?
Like that is like, and it's one of those where again, um, if it's one of those where hey they're making more, again it's still I'm still putting in something, but the degree of I'm just enjoying the benefits and not putting
Yeah.
in a dime, I can't do that. Like even if it's something like that, minute, if it's stuff like that, just to be able, I rather that than well, this is the first time I'll say something like this, but well, I got dick to offer. That's about it.
Yep.
like that is something where it's like, nah, that cannot be the scenario. That doesn't work for me. I'm sorry. Like
Yeah.
something like that, it's like, nah, that is because again, it becomes that situation of like you become a burden, no matter what, no matter
Yeah.
if that is what the partner says they want. It's like, no, no, I'll take care of you. This is out of love, this and that. It's like cool. If it's a scenario like it becomes that for a while because you're sick or because you're injured or something like that, then that's a different story. But if you're choosing to do this, being capable,
Yeah.
it's not going to last that long. Because even
Yeah.
that is a scenario that has happened where guys become disabled or become something that's like, and then unfortunately sometimes you see it where the spouse they it becomes that burden.
Yeah.
So imagine, could you be able to fucking um be that person and think they're not going to get bothered by certain things, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like you lose that love, and it's like, yeah, nah, this isn't a relationship anymore. This is again a beneficiary and the money
You're
person.
you're a kid.
Yeah, like
Yeah. It's now. What about? Could you be with someone that you had to take care of for everything? Like they didn't work at all.
wait, repeat the scenario because I want to try to.
So now you're the person. Could you be with someone that didn't work at all, didn't have nothing, and you had to take care of them completely?
Is there kids involved, anything like that, or is this just a me and them? That's it right now.
You and them. That's it. Like right now, you're talking to a chick. She has nothing going for herself.
No.
Would that factor into you wanting to be with her or not?
Um, I think it depends on why they're not doing anything right now. That to me, that depends. If it's one of those where they're in between stuff, that it's like, oh, they just having a little bit of a hard ship right now. That happens. It's understandable. We're all there. If it's one of those where it's just like, no, I enjoy where I'm at right now. I don't want to be doing anything.
She's looking for a sugar. Like she's looking for somebody to take care of her.
Then it's like, we might have to work on that. If it's someone who, oh, unfortunately, they just lost the opportunity they're in, but they are goal driven, you see something there, then yeah, hey, until you get back on your feet, I got you. Let's make this work. I see a future in us. Then yeah. But if it's one of those where it's just like they're looking for the ride in a sense,
Yeah.
it's a no from me. Because again, it's one thing when you already have that love for the person and have that compassion that's like, yeah, we'll make it work. But when it's someone that's looking for it because they know they can get it out of someone, nah, that's
Nah.
nah, doesn't work. Because it's like this is how we're going in already. Imagine now adding a child to the scenario. Now what? Like,
Yeah.
because now at that point you're competing with the child. Like, hey, the child needs this, this, this. Oh, but I need this. It's like,
Yeah.
do you? Like that scenario. But because that's where it changes. Like, if it's one of those, because hey, the child needs to be taken care of. The child needs this, this, this. Watch the child. Be there for the child. I'll handle the according everything else.
Yeah.
Like, because
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen it happen. I've seen it had to be happen. Because sometimes, again, we never know in this world what can unfortunately happen. Um, Sicknesses and all that do play a factor at times. That it's like someone needs to be there for the child. You never know. So situations like that, hey, step up, do what you're supposed to do, and yeah. But in those scenarios where it's like, hey, yeah, I'm looking for that ride, it's like, nah, that's a no for me. Could you?
Yeah.
If a person is straight up basically telling you they have no goals, nothing like that, they're just looking for a sugar daddy in a sense.
Nah. Not right now. Nah. Because you ain't gonna be able to depend on me right now.
No,
I'm not in a place to take care of somebody. You know what I'm saying?
got you.
So this ain't gonna work. Like I'll be a complete like
even if you were though, even if you were at that point where you have like that money that's like, you know what, I could. Would you? If it's just again, it's a person that's looking for it, not someone that
no, yeah, no, I don't,
would you be able to?
no, because you have to mean something to me
No.
for me to want to do stuff like that. But it would still be one of those things like, all right, yo, this what's going on here?
No, no, and that's the thing. I feel like
You know,
that's gonna be our consensus. Is like at
cause
least try to get back on your feet. Like no one wants to be with someone that again is just
I'm not your father.
yep,
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not your father.
yep,
And like if going down the road, if I had the money and you're my wife and we had children and you wanted to stop working to take care of the children or other shit, all right. And I had it, yeah, no problem.
no,
You know, even if like you had like let's say you had a job you fucking hated and it was ruining your quality of life. And we was together and we was living together, whatever case, and I can afford to do all this. Yo, quit that job. You don't need that stress in your life. I wouldn't mind being the person that bears the load so you can have a better quality of life. But like, is it a new thing or is someone like expecting it from me? Nah, because I'm always been that person. Like now, I feel like you're taking the choice away from me.
and that's what they're doing because now it's just like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah,
It's
you know what I'm
like,
saying. You're taking the
um,
choice of away from me because I don't want to feel obligated to work for you. You know, because I've always been raised. The man. You make your choice, live with it. You made the choice to do this, so now you got to do it.
yep.
So, and if you take that choice away from me, there's a problem.
As there should
So,
be. It's one of
yeah,
those where it's like, nah, this again to me, it's one of those where it's there's very few and far between reasons that it's like, you know what, let's make this work.
yeah,
But again, it's one of those where we'll probably get the scenario of y'all stupid for not wanting to do it, like not wanting to just be taken care of. But
yeah,
again, to me, it's just I don't know if it's the machismo, the prideness of just wanting to
yeah.
still do something. Like it's
Because
we
after,
talked about it earlier though. We talked
yeah,
about it of wanting to put in the work, and to
'cause
me being able to just give up and be like, "Fuck it, take care of me."
we
Is good.
have dreams, aspirations, and goals.
Yeah,
The goal isn't to be taken care of by somebody. The goal isn't to just live and have someone else dictate our lives. The goal is freedom.
yep,
Because no matter what you think, somebody has all the money. If Oprah wanted to pay for everything for you, it's not freedom. You still have to ask for things. You still have to depend on that person for things. If that person stops giving you shit, you got nothing. The freedom, the financial freedom is put on you. You don't have to answer to anyone. That's the goal. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. What we're trying to do and getting money and shit like that. Finance is the goal, and you don't get that from somebody else paying your way. Now, the goal for being with someone, being in love, and having the respect and all that other shit, that's something different. But if you're just gonna put the financial burden, you feel less than. No matter when the honeymoon ends, when the vacation ends, you're gonna feel worthless.
and it's one of those where it's gonna feel the well now I'm stuck, because now it's like this is I have to be here.
Yeah,
I have to try to pull it through because now I have nothing else. There's nothing to fall back on. To me, like being in that situation where now it's almost a how do I put it? It's now out of convenience instead of out of love or out
yeah.
of making this work. it sucks. It's like it should never be that. Once
Yeah.
that becomes a convenience, end it there. End it there because it shouldn't be convenience. It shouldn't be the devil I know scenario.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that, especially when this is supposed to be someone that you want to build a life
Yeah.
with, and this is someone you want to have that actual bond with.
Yeah. And you know how hard it is to pay for shit? Like for shit you want? Like to sit there and go, you know something? There's a cheaper way to get this done, but I want to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
You sit there and go, some ship shape some shit and make it work. Or I could pay 300 and just replace everything.
Yeah.
It's very hard to go, I'm going to pay the 300 and just replace everything. And it's easy to go, I'm just going to hope for the best. And I seen someone do this and try to do it, and now it's working, and you're never satisfied with what you do. But to be able to go, just replace the whole fucking thing and let it be like new. There's something about that makes you feel because that is no longer a burden. You know what I'm saying? Is that
You started breaking up a little bit at the end, bro.
I said that is
Just
no
letting you
longer
know.
a burden.
Yeah.
When you start putting band-aids on shit, there's always going to be the issue there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's hard. It's hard, even when you got the money to make that choice, because you always think that I can save a buck here, but when reality comes, that money, whether it goes to replacing it or it goes to fixing it multiple times or it goes to paying something else, and to have that, to finally have that freedom to go, oh fuck it, throw the extra money in there, let's get it done right. It's priceless.
No, it is. And again, it's one of those where we say, like, as much as we talk about the value of money, we talk about all that, sometimes we put so much of a precedent on it that we forget that it goes like that.
Yeah.
And we
It
forget
gets taken like that.
it does, but we also forget sometimes we don't go with it.
Yeah.
As hard as it is to say that, it's like you could have as much as you want of it. You'd earned it, you did this, you did this. But sometimes we forget to live with it.
Yeah.
We
You know
forget
how
to just, hey, sometimes say fuck it. Because we start to want that. We start to do oh, let me save a buck here, let me do this. And it's like, fuck it. Enjoy life a little bit. Do what you want to do with it, because end of the day, sometimes we're gonna be like, fuck it. I'm living stressed out more, that it ends up costing you more than the fucking dollar that you saved.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you gotta do that.
Because yo, you know what's crazy? Like, let's go to the steakhouse again. It's crazy because if I would have turned around and said, you know what, set up for the $126, let me pay the $90 one.
Yeah.
And now instead of paying a $500 bill, I'm paying a $450 bill.
Yeah.
And then you go, damn, this shit wasn't worth it. I should have bought the fucking T-bone.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So at one point you're like, I'm gonna save some money, but then you realize, shit, I should have just fucking, it's $50 more. At this point, it ain't gonna make a difference. It's still gonna hurt when I do. At least I got what I wanted. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
And that's the crazy shit. When you spend a lot of money on something you don't really want, it hits you a lot harder than spending a lot of money on something you want.
Yep. And that's usually the thing that we don't want, because of having to do it for other things. That's when we finally decide this is when we can't do the purchase, apparently. When
Yeah.
it's finally for that thing that we want. When it's
Yeah.
finally like, that's when it's like, you know what? Nah, I can't do this. I can't do this. And I can't do this. But when you finally do it, it's like, fuck it. This is what I want. This is what I want to do right now. I need this. Let me. And I told you the other day that I was like, fuck it. Cause I'm very much like that too. That it's like, I got the sneakers I wear. I got a few pairs. I'm good. But I was like, fuck it. I was down to finally pay whatever I'm gonna have to pay to fucking buy a pair of sneakers. And of course, my fucking size would not And I'm like, fuck. Because I was like, fuck it. I was like,
That's
oh, these are a nice deal. Let's see this. And I'm like, fuck it. Let me stop. Let me, this pair, I was like, this is fucking cool. The price was a little more than I would have wanted to pay, but I was like, fuck it. If it fits, let's make it work.
yeah.
And nope. And I was like, but even then, I was gonna be like, nah, I wanted to finally get a pair of sneakers. I was like, fuck it. This is something I want right now. This isn't something I need, but it's like, I want a good pair of sneakers right now.
Word.
And that's one of those that it's like sometimes we're just like, nah, we don't need this right now. We don't. Do I really want this? Like, and it's like, but when it's stuff that it's just like, fuck it. Well, I gotta put money into this now and this and
Yeah.
this. But again, sometimes you need to satisfy those wants. Again, live a little bit because
Yep.
we had this stress, and then it's like, fuck, we don't enjoy the fruit of our labor in a sense, like the saying goes.
Yeah, my brother was telling me in the military they gave him a quick class on how to handle money because for a lot of people they're 18 years old, 17 years old, depending on if their parents sign them in and shit, and this is the first time they're actually getting money.
Got you.
So they taught him how to be responsible with it, like paying your bills and shit like that. And he told me one of the things they told him was when you get your paycheck, pay yourself first. So when you get your paycheck, buy the one thing that you wanted,
Got you.
and the rest goes into savings or where else you need. That way you get the feeling of accomplishment. You earned something, you got something for yourself. You ain't gotta worry about it. The rest of the money can go to where it needs to be.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? And not for nothing. Some like I didn't used to do that, but then you start doing shit like, you know what? Like the 2 pairs of sneakers I bought.
Yeah.
For my birthday, let me get it. And then I'm like, I don't need to buy nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Or I buy little shit here and there. Shit that, I need just based off a little shit here and there. But like you get yourself things when you start denying yourself shit, you start looking at your money like fuck. And for some reason it just takes a bigger toll on you to buy shit. Like now you go crazy.
Yeah. Because now it's like, fuck, all my money's going to this, all my money's going to that. And that moment, then now you're like, okay, cool. I was able to do this. I was able to buy that. Now it's like, okay, now it's worth putting it into the rest, even though it's needed at that point when it's like, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. I got to enjoy a little bit. I got to live a little bit. Like, um, that's why sometimes I'm like, fuck, do I really want to buy this? Is this gonna? And it's like, nah. We start to. That's when everything's like, is this gonna hurt? Can I afford this? Because I told you, I got that mentality. Like, I can't remember where I heard it from first. Was it Jay Z? Isn't it? I know someone said it. That's like you have to think about. Could you afford this 2 times?
Akon.
Was it?
But he said something like it's got to be 10% of what I own. So if I'm buying a car that's $30,000, I have to have $300,000 in the bank type shit.
Gotcha. No. See. So yeah, I heard his version, but I think it was Jay that said it that you had to be able to buy it twice. If you can buy it twice, then you're good. Because that was my thing. That's always like, if I can afford this, then it won't be like, oh, now that's missing, in a sense. Then
Yeah.
it's like, because then it's like, okay, I don't want to buy something and then be like, fuck, I need that in my bank account right now.
Yeah.
Like, and I've been lucky that now it's at that point where I'm like, sometimes I'm like, shit, I have something I can play around with, and now I don't. Now nothing's catching my eye.
Yeah.
But
Usually
then it's
when
like those times when it's like you don't enjoy it. Now it's like everything seems appealing.
when I have money, I don't need nothing. When I don't have money, everything comes.
Yep, bro. Every fucking time, man. No,
Yep.
there's been the last time I went to the mall. I was like, "Fuck it, I want to buy something." I wanted to buy those shoes to the point that I was like, I went into fucking is it Spencer's? Yeah, Spencer's, and I'm a horror fucking nerd, and
Yeah.
they have every time I pass by, I see the fucking Chucky doll, and I was like, you know what? Nah, I was that tempted because I was like, nah, I want the sneakers. I was glad I did that, went in there first before I went to go look for sneakers. Because if I would have done the opposite and not gotten the sneakers and then end up going there, I probably would have bought a Chucky doll for a fucking $100.
Nah, I hear you.
Because I would have been like, fuck it, let me get this. And it's like, that was one of those moments I'm like, nah, the want isn't that like,
Yeah.
And I had it. I was like, fuck it, I could buy it, but it's like, nah, I couldn't rationalize that.
You you know what's funny? There are times where I can rationalize it,
Yeah,
but it still feels wrong to do it.
yeah.
Like there's after the rain we got on Monday and Tuesday. Oh, it
Yeah.
was Tuesday and Wednesday. I was like, I think it was Tuesday and Wednesday, but we got a shitload of rain.
yeah,
I I was like, yo, I have it in my bookmarks. There's a fucking North Face rain jacket. It's $100. I'm gonna buy it. And then I said, I'm gonna wait until I pay off this. Then it's like, I'm gonna wait until I do this and this. There's other things I want before this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I understand it's a rain jacket and all that other shit, but it's like I rationalize that $100 can wait because I put the seat vinyl first. Like, I want that more than a rain jacket. Like, I want this. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
as your friend, go buy yourself that rain jacket,
yeah.
please.
Well, I got to see if I have money before I buy the rain jacket.
No,
Because
no, no. Yeah. Next time
no, no,
you have the funds for it, make sure you buy that rain jacket
yeah, I'm gonna.
because you're also a person that it could be snowing and my guy's gonna be like this,
Yeah, I got a
fucking
t-shirt.
short sleeves, just like nah. Get you a rain jacket because that is one thing that it's. I get not wanting to rationalize it, but it's like nah. You gotta make sure you buy certain things that it's like that's something that could have been a higher on the upper echelon as they say.
Yeah, what's going on, DJ Poochie? That's DJ Poochie. It was not relevant. My older brother was a sergeant in Korea. So, what's up, family? What's going on? Congratulations to him, man. Sergeant is a
Hey,
hell of a ranking there.
what's going on, Michael Soto? What's going on, brother? But yeah, that's one of those where you gotta
Yeah,
next time you have that available, play around funds, as I
yeah.
like to say. Because
Because I'm focused on this shit.
oh no no
'Cause
yeah,
you know,
I know where the priority is right now,
yeah,
but I also that's why I'm saying
yeah,
as your friend, I'm recommending you
yeah.
should also
No,
make sure you do stuff like
right.
that because
'Cause-
that is something where again that could affect you. Not having
Yeah,
something like that,
yeah,
sometimes
'Cause-
this shit's gonna get to you.
yeah. Because I'm. This is one of those things. Like I worked so hard to get it
Yeah.
that I'm. It's gonna be what I want,
Yeah.
and there's not gonna be anything less than that. And it's weird because when I was younger, when I had that mentality, people would be like, well, why don't you do this? Or why don't you do that? Or all you need to do is this. You don't need to do that. And you start going, that's where you get the whole, well, instead of for doing it right, let me save a few dollars and make something up. Or, do something that might not work and hope for the best. Now, I guess people realize, nah, this isn't something you fuck with.
Yeah.
Handle your business. You know what I'm saying? Which is weird because like I guess the people know. Okay, like I told you yesterday, last week with the responsibility, like you took on the responsibility of this thing, so now you have to have the responsibility to take care of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before it was like you just got a point A to point B, so let's just make it work. Now you got something that's a little bit more. It needs a little bit more responsibility. It needs that love and tenderness because this is something that if it fucks up, it's gonna affect you.
Yeah, and that's the thing that people don't understand. That again, we talked about it last week, but it's still something to resonate. That it's a responsibility that even that it's supposed to be something that's luxury. It's supposed to be a little more accommodating. It comes with its own set of rules here,
Yeah, yeah,
and people are not ready for that. This is why when you look at the price and you're like, "Damn, that's a lot of money for a car." It's like, yeah, but that's not just what it is. It
yeah,
is now the responsibility that comes with it's now wanting to be able to keep up with this. This is why when people look at the idea of, oh, why does it cost so much to get a pet, or why is there so many steps to get a pet, and they don't think about you're now signing up for a commitment.
Yeah.
This isn't just, oh, cool, it's a nice gift for a few months, and then that's it. No, no,
It's a
no, no,
living
no,
thing.
no, 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 no. This is a living organism right there that now you have to make sure eats, uses the bathroom, gets
It's safe.
bathed, gets taken care of. It is something that you now have to treat like you would treat your child.
Yeah.
And this is a commitment now. This isn't a, oh, cool, this is the gift, and then in a few months
You're a father
go on
now.
to something else. Like, no, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. And this is the responsibility people don't think about when they're doing
Yeah.
purchases like this. And the reason I compare it is because it's the same kind of thing that it's like you start to, oh, I bought this and now poof, that's it. Like, no, 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 no. You're signing up for commitments like that. You're signing up for now the responsibility that that comes with.
Yeah.
And people forget how important it is to have that, to do stuff like that. This is why it is few and far between where people want to do stuff like that. Because sometimes it's like, fuck, you're making all this money. Why don't you do something like that? It's like, yeah, but that also then it takes another amount of responsibility. It takes even more money now to maintain it. So you
Mhm.
have to think about, do I have that and is this going to work out? Because is one thing that be able to afford again. This is why we say the mentality of, can I buy it twice? Can I have this amount in order to even think about buying something here? Have those kind of mindsets just to make
Yeah.
sure you don't put yourself in a situation where now it's like, fuck, now I can't even think about something fun. Can I afford the necessities at this point instead of, can I have some fun with it? Uh, Bottom line, save for a rainy day. Or because people say that. No, yeah, you always should save for a rainy day. You never know. Sometimes that rainy day comes. Sometimes you just need to have a little bit of something just in case. You never know.
Yeah.
We've all been there. We've all been in that moment that it's like, well, the rainy day's here. Let me do what I gotta do to make sure. My apologies. So this can be paid. Or we could buy this, or we could do this. Like, yeah, gotta make it work.
Word. So all right, so I got a video here. I sent it to you earlier. This girl's talking about social media is harder than
Oh yeah, I don't know why TikTok was being weird with that. That it was like, nah, you will not get to watch it today.
word.
No, you know what was worse is that I clicked on the names of the people, right?
Yeah.
And it then said I watched the video. So I'm like, wait a second, why does it say unavailable? But then if I click on the account, it says I watched their video. So I'm like, what was the point of not letting me see it if
Yeah.
it's still there? Because I was like, oh, maybe there's a chance somehow the video got deleted. But I'm like, two videos back to back somehow are both gone. I'm like, that was weird. I don't know. I think little by little, how these apps also are in that point of like, possibly we're losing TikTok if they don't decide to sell. So, yeah, cool.
Leases beyond your means, purchases, mortgages means you don't own. Yeah. You're
Yeah,
paying the bank back. They own it.
yep. All right, cool. Let's go into the video.
All right. Shit. Hold up. Ray's trying to make sure that it's not controversial. You don't want his face
Oh no,
being
no, no.
associated.
I'm
Nah,
I'm, I'm here. I was just picking
I,
up something. I didn't want to.
I
I didn't
fuck
want to
with
look
you.
like this.
What do men need
I fuck with you. I fuck with you.
in order to feel?
We sometimes need a little bit of space.
Yeah.
We sometimes
Oh
need
my
a-
God.
We sometimes need a little bit of space.
Like how much space?
And
Like an hour?
No, yeah, exactly. Like 44 minutes, exactly. There is nothing that will upset your girlfriend more than telling her that you need a little space. Like, just, like,
God, it's so real.
babe.
I don't agree with that.
No, it's not. You don't agree with that. It's not for you to agree with.
Because when
Oh
I'm
my
saying,
God.
the guy I'm talking to tells me like, look, Sarah, like I'll hit you back in 5 hours. I'm doing X, Y, and Z. I'd be like, take 6 hours because you told me, like you communicated.
So that's what she said, and it's
you
a good
communicated.
point. No, it is a good. Yes,
if you
you're right.
communicate that I'm doing X, Y, and Z, I need 8 hours alone. I'm like, you know what? Take 10 hours. What do men need? And
Ray,
You
you know how long you need to be alone?
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna need like a good 2 hours right now, man.
I've never knew how long I need. I've said that to women, like, yo, listen, give me a second. Let me just do my thing. And that's when they attach themselves more to you.
I so I get the gist of it, but I don't think I've ever had a specific amount of time that I would like to be alone. I
Yeah.
just let me be alone, and I will let you know when I'm good.
Yeah.
But I get the gist of the video. I get the wanting communicate. I don't think the actual time frame is the gist of it. I think it's more of just communicating that. The issue with that is
They don't listen.
no, that is not the issue I was gonna
No.
say, but that is the issue you could say.
Yeah.
My thing is because this goes for the guy's side of things. Sometimes we don't know how to communicate that, how to let you know in the nicest way possible that we do need that. Because the unfortunate thing is to say you want to be alone is like, oh, so you need space? Is there an issue? Do you not like this? Is where that argument becomes a thing. Because now it's like, how do you say it nicely that it's not you? It's just I need to be alone. Because we've had this conversation. Remember, this was how a friendship of mine ended because I just wanted to be alone. Because when I'm going through my own shit, I just need to be alone. And sometimes that is hard to communicate because people are like, but why would you want to be alone when you're going through your shit or just doing whatever you need to do? That's something people don't understand. So that's a scenario too that it's like, how do you communicate that? Where now it's like, okay, cool, take the time you need. Like, oh, you're saying you need like 6 hours? Take the 8. Again, these are just numbers being thrown out, but I don't think
Yeah.
I would hope it's not a literal scenario. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But there are times where I'm like, yo, I'm busy. I'm doing like at this. I'm making shirts. I
Yep.
hit you back up later, and then they won't fucking stop. Or be like, yo, I'm gonna hit you up later. Like, give me a second. Cause a guy when he's depressed or when he's going through some shit, he's not gonna tell you he's depressed. He's going through some shit because he doesn't want you trying to fix the problem. It's I'll hit you up later.
Yep.
It should be known. All right, hit me up later. Not peck at the fucking door.
Yep.
Because in a perfect world, take 6. Because you told me, no man knows what he's going through until he's in it, and when he's in it, he wants to do it alone.
Yep.
And for him to tell you he has to break down a wall that he's building to fight the demons that he has. It's harder for a man to turn around and go, I need 6 hours alone because I'm feeling depressed that my mother died. You know what I'm saying? I can say that now because I've expressed how I felt so many times that it became almost normal for me to acknowledge it. But
See, but it
in the
took you
past,
time though.
yeah,
Yeah.
but in the past, nah. You all right? I'm good. Just I'll hit you up later when I'm miserable.
No, and that's the thing that is where why they're asking for that communication in a sense. Because again, we understand what's going on. I've been there.
Yeah,
I've been at that point where it's like, I'm good. I'll just let me do what I gotta do. And it's hard for someone to be like, but what's like it creates the I don't want to say it's malicious, but it creates the intrigue, you know? Because now it's
yeah.
like, let's play 21 questions. Now it's like,
But
what's wrong? Why don't you want to talk? Like, what do you need? Like, um,
the the thing is where I understand this shit coming because like we've been told in the group chat like, yo, I'm stepping away for a little while. I hit you up when I hit you up. All right, you good? Yeah, I'm just going through some shit. I'm here if you need business. You know what I'm saying? And that's because we've been unfortunate enough to go through what you went through. But like that's where it had like you don't need to understand what I'm going through, but understand that I need to go through it. not everything needs to be said to a point where you know everything I'm going through. Because I
Yeah.
don't want you to know what I'm going through. Trying to go through this shit alone. I
And
don't want to go through it.
it's yeah, and that's the issue, that it's like this isn't something where I can really explain it because I don't even want to go through this,
Yeah.
but unfortunately I have to because no one else is going to go through it for me, you know?
Yeah.
And it's a scenario where we, again, because we've been through this, it's something where it's like it sucks to have to explain.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've been unfortunately the person where um I'm quicker to just disassociate than
Yeah.
explain why I'm disassociating. But I've needed that. I've needed that point where I said that was one of my issues. That was something I still to this day I still deal with it. That it's like I it's hard for me to want to be like, hey, I'm gonna take my time away and I'll hit y'all up when I can.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's weird for me at times still to be able to be like, hey, I'm going through this. I'll catch you on the flip side, you know?
No.
Like it's something where even though it's been years, shit, it's because of all this, but it's such a touchy subject where I hear this and I get it. People want that communication. People want to be able to have something because again, it's not out of malice. I would assume for everyone. For some people, it's just because they genuinely want to be able to be there if they can be. But for some scenarios, it's also just we're taking it to that extreme. But for some, it's also just, hey, I want space just because I want space.
Yeah. It's like it was
Like
a
I
rough
can't,
day.
yeah, like yo, I'm just we've hung out all these days. Just give me some time.
Yeah. I'm feeling the fatigue of this, and I just need to be
Also,
able
or
to
it's just like, yo, I just need some
unwind.
personal time. Like
No. Yeah.
I just want to do what I want to do. And it's that jokiness of like, cool, how long you need? Which
Yeah.
that I love that stage of a relationship that it's like, oh, but how long you need? Like, I want to be with you. That is
12
awesome.
days.
Like
No, because
that part of it's always the fun part, but because it's
yeah.
then it's like take all the time you need because now it's like, okay, just do whatever the fuck you gotta do.
Yeah.
But they don't tell you about that part. Then it's like then there's gonna be the part that's just like, yeah, now we need to spend time together.
Yeah.
That's the flip coin that we need to hear. Is the when do you finally realize, hey, now we need to make time for each other? Because it's easier to talk about when you want to be alone and that, but then when it comes to relationship side of things, finding when are we together? Because real
Yeah.
life a lot of times takes that away.
Yeah.
This is where like scenario here, like when we a lot of time aren't here, but we both said it. If we were to get into relationships or stuff like that, a lot of this stuff possibly takes the back seat. Like I've said it too. Like to me, at least respect the crowd would definitely take a big back seat for a while, just so I can put my time into that. Because I wouldn't want to be like, oh, you have to share time with this, you know. Even though this is a nice passion project of mine, and something I do. Again, I'm committed to the craft. I respect the craft. It's something where this is also the future life I want to be with, you know? That it's like, let's see
Yeah.
where it goes. So,
See, now that's where the issue with me is like I'm not willing right now to commit to that.
to what? To like,
Making this a backseat.
gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like for me, I have so many people I want to do stuff for. I want to put them in better positions and shit.
Yeah.
Like I want this tide to raise all the boats.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like I feel like it's kind of like on me.
Gotcha.
And if I give this the back seat for someone else, then I'm being selfish. And I know it's my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I deserve that. But then I would feel like I'm being selfish and almost took like an easy way out.
No, I hear you. And it's something where I don't think people understand that again, that is part of this. This is part of the sacrifice of like, no, I want to make this succeed. And when you get to a point where it's a team like this, that it's like, nope, I want to take that. I want to go front. I want to be the fucking, I'm taking point. No one told me to take point. I
Yeah.
chose to take point. And it's one of those where in a scenario like that, we've had this conversation for less, that it's like we would have your back if it comes to that. I
Yeah.
say for me personally, I say I would take the back seat for respect the craft and stuff is because with this, I know we have the team, we have the fam here that it's a lot easier. I would be able to do this with no issue.
Yeah.
My own, because I'm like you, that it's like I want to make sure to a T. If I can make sure to a fucking minute detail, everything is good. I'm doing it to the point of graphics, to the point of captions, to the point
Yeah.
of now clips. Because finally I listened to Toe and started doing clips. Um, and it's to a point of I could not do that respectfully, trying to also create a relationship.
Yeah. It definitely is. At one point, it's one or the other.
Yeah, because it's like fuck.
You
Because
only
the
got.
amount of time I've
Yeah.
invested in all this, that it's like fuck,
You only
making the
have but so much
graphics
time.
and doing this. It's
Yeah.
like I think we broke that down the other day, like how long we have. If you guys haven't checked that out again, go check out. I know it was one of the days when we did the double shot. So
Yeah.
definitely check out those episodes because we definitely got into a lot of real subjects there. So definitely check those out after you finish watching this. Also, because I saw Lay's comment from earlier, go find in the backlog, fucking watch due to New York State law. If
Yeah.
you
The
guys ever
sprint.
want to be, if you ever want to like find a reason to become a fan of this channel, just watch that episode. Because I think before I even became like real like close with y'all, I knew you guys just because of that video. Because listening to that, I was like, I now want to have an actual conversation with this guy. Because the fact that I was able to fucking sit down and for over an hour listen to this fucking debacle, it's like that was something. I didn't know what it was. I'll tell you, I don't know what it is, but today felt like it was 3 days in one. And for
Yeah.
some reason I'm fucking yawning like crazy. But no, watching that video was like, nope, I now know this guy. So I recommend you guys go watch that video. After watching this, finish this video with us, and then go watch our backlog. There's fucking hilarious hours of content and so much more to come as well on the channel.
Word.
But yeah.
And that's pretty much. I mean, we got more videos, but we can get to that shit next week.
Oh yeah, next week we'll definitely be more in tune with this
Yeah.
all because we'll be back after the insanity of WrestleMania week.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is too, because I've been watching so much wrestling the last few days because I watched the Pro Wrestling Revolver HOG event today. I watched a little bit of Spring Break between all the WWE stuff to WrestleMania this weekend. So, guys, if you are a fan of professional wrestling, which if you guys are here, probably you are. So, please enjoy your WrestleMania weekend. We'll be enjoying. We gave our predictions yesterday, so if you guys haven't checked that out, go check out Wrestling with Knuckleheads. Monday, we are back with the Raw Watch Along. Next Tuesday, we are back with comics as we'll be talking about episode 4 of X-Men 97 and possibly something else. We'll figure out what it is
Then
over
they
the
announced
weekend.
the new Silver Surfer.
Oh, yeah, we definitely got to get into that because um I know it's been a topic of discussion because I've seen
Yeah.
the reaction to it, and I know it's very mixed. But we'll get into that next Tuesday. Wednesday is sports, and I'm happy that my Yankees are doing at least okay this year so far. The Mets are being the Mets. Um, Thursday we are back with Wrestling with Knuckleheads as we'll be reviewing WrestleMania and all that good stuff. And then next Friday we are back with the Toe and the Show with Ray or Saturday next week. Both days I'm available, so
Yeah.
we'll make it work. But
Word.
till then, like I said, thank you guys as always for supporting us, for being here. Toe, my apologies for being a little late. But
Sorry. I was
again,
able to get my shit off my chest.
there you go. So it worked out because I didn't have to do this when Toe says something that's possibly controversial. But you know what's
And
the
I
funny
did.
part? That I do that, and it's like I'm hiding my face, right? My face is still there.
Yep.
Like it's like even if it's like, and my name is there, so it's not like I wonder who's there. You know,
Peekaboo.
like it's. But no, we thank you guys always for checking us out. Like I said, we'll be back next week after post WrestleMania madness. So definitely stay tuned and enjoy. But yeah, this has been another episode, guys. So Toe, any last words before you take us home?
Yo, start taking pride in what you do. It's not acceptable for you to do bare minimum, especially when somebody's paying. It's not your money. The company's making the money, but you agreed to do the job for the financial wage that you have. Be the best person that you can at that, because shit's gonna change. Y'all thought Diddy was having it bad. Wait till we find out y'all motherfuckers. I'm a Cat Williams, y'all niggas. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Peace, everybody.